Digital deceiver shadows lie in the mix. White socks. We don't chase clout, we chase truth. Now let's go. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing on this? Oh, no, stop. How is everybody doing on this beautiful Friday morning? We have made it to the end of the work week for some of us. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Oop, there goes the phone. You know, when you buy something and it says it's going to do a thing, you expect it to do a thing. Nope. Good morning. Thank you. I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend. It never ends. You are correct, Disturbed One. Good morning to my mods. Good morning to everybody who is here. I appreciate you being here this early in the morning. Today may end early, but we'll see. My son is doing well. We are still waiting to find out if he is going to have surgery or not. But in the meantime, he's doing really well. Good morning. So I apologize for being late, but Kira was not going to let me go live until I filled her bowl. Even though there's a whole nother bowl full of food, she won't touch it. So let's see. Who are we going to discuss today? So we have money bees, and we know that all we see is a refrigerator. I should say a photo of an empty refrigerator. Because it's not like she's putting it in front of the refrigerator so we could see what it looks like. And anybody who asks to see the refrigerator now is muted and blocked. Miss Christina, girl, I'll get to her at the time. Because she has more problems than, like, girl, you worrying about putting an OP on somebody that needs to put an OP on you. Stop it. We have Chocolate Honey and her return. Tim and Angela back to begging on a regular basis. And something that he said yesterday actually pissed me off. We have some raising the consciousness because you know that I like to come to y'all and share information that you can use later. And then we have Timmy Nashi. He did not go live yesterday, but I still have something to share. And then we have a little bit of my thoughts. We'll have some open mic. And so the open mic is where you will have the opportunity to say what it is you want to say. Okay, who do I want to start with? Let's do Timmy Nash. Well, no, because more people are going to want to hear me talk about Timmy Nash. Let's see. Let's talk Tim and Angela, because why not? So they're coming on. Oh, Franny, I want to wait and see if TikTok president comes in. That's why I'm not doing her first. But if we get to her and TikTok president isn't here, I will share my thoughts. And then I will, what's the word I'm looking for? Let her come up and tell it from her perspective. Good morning, princess. So, let me, I gotta get to my notes. Okay, here we go. So, good morning, Granny Annie. Thank you. Good morning, Erica. If I haven't seen any of my other mods, I apologize. Shout out to Sherry if she's here. Okay, so Tim and Angela claim that they need help with food. Now they get food stamps. There's no question about it. They're waiting on them. But the problem is that they failed to do their redetermination properly. Now, for anybody who hasn't had EBT or Medicaid, you get it for about a year. Or no, I should say you get it for a year. And about 2 months to a month prior to it ending, you get a letter and a notification that says you need to do a redetermination. Now, when you don't have an actual address for them to contact you, it's kind of incumbent upon yourself to put it in your calendar and say, okay, we got it in August. We need to do a redetermination in July. Well, it seems like they waited until the last minute. Oh, Lord have mercy. White Sox. I might have to pause, y'all, because he is already on one this morning. White Sox. Hey, no. They don't want to hear Kira growl. I don't know if y'all can hear her. She's literally growling. Okay, Cat Daddy. Okay, Cat Daddy. I don't know why I love saying it that way. Hey, Cat Daddy. But anyway, okay, good. All right. Please tell her I hope she feels better. Take a break. She's done more than most. She deserves a break. Listen. So, okay, he's calmed down. So, when they did their redetermination, he claims that he uploaded it to the wrong account. I don't know how that's possible when you're doing it online in your account. It doesn't make sense. What do you mean you uploaded it to the wrong case number? Because you just enter the information. You just upload it to your account. There's no case number to attach it to. So I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. But he has a bunch of people who either won't contradict him because they'll get muted and blocked, or people who don't know how it works. So he can say anything and people are going to believe him. Right. You have to be logged into your account to upload any information. What it sounds like to me is he didn't do the redetermination. He forgot about it. So they got cut off. That's how that works. And then he's like, well, I uploaded it. Like, my thing is this. What's wrong with just saying, I forgot to do the redetermination? Like, why do you have to add a lie to it? Like, it doesn't. Anyway, that's not even the thing that pissed me off, though. Right? If it doesn't make sense, it's probably not true. Shout out to Judge Judy. Thank you for reminding me of that. But then he talked about how, well, I've uploaded it and Tennessee is pretty quick, so hopefully we'll get it in the morning. I don't know how quick Tennessee is, but the idea that you think that somehow, if they're not busy, like there's always somebody being redetermined. And if your caseworker is too busy, they might put it to somebody else and now you're at their whim. But they have to redetermine your status. And as of January the 1st, 2026, there are new regulations. I showed you guys that on Wednesday regarding EBT. And you would have had to show that the two of you worked last year. That would have been a part of the redetermination. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know if you're going to get your EBT in less than 24 hours. Even setting that up like we'll have it in the morning. There's too many things that you're just saying that don't make sense. But maybe Tennessee is that fast. Maybe there aren't enough people on EBT in Tennessee in his area that boop, 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 it could be done overnight. We'll see, because we will see if he has it today or if they're still begging. We'll know, right? But then she said, was it him or her, that the hotel is covered until Tuesday morning. So expect Sunday and Monday to be begging for another week in the hotel. And then he kept saying, I'm not going to be up here much longer, because he wasn't getting any catches. So he says that when he gets tired. He even was like, I don't even have a lot to talk about. Because you didn't come up here to talk, you came up here to beg. And the comment section didn't have a lot to say either. What are we supposed to talk about after we've already talked about the weather, the hotel room, the fact that y'all need food? What's left? What's left? But this is the thing that actually pissed me off. Somebody mentioned the Salvation Army. And he, in his infinite wisdom, was like, they only serve lunch Monday to Thursday. There won't be lunch tomorrow. Now, let me tell you why that pissed me off. Did y'all go there for lunch today so that the lunch you ate today could be available for tomorrow? Do you go there every day and at least get the one meal so that you can stretch out your EBT? Or do you expect other people to give you money so you can get the exact food that you want and she can get her 35 coffee creamers? Like, make it make sense. You want to poo-poo it because, oh, well, they don't serve food on Friday. Did you go today? No, you didn't. Because you would have said, oh, we went today and got the lunch. We're trying to stretch out our food stamps. We're not doing anything else besides going to the gym and laying in the hotel. So going to the Salvation Army helps. Now, I'm sure food pantries are tight, but apparently, according to Tim on one day, they don't have anything. And then on another day, well, he doesn't want to go to food pantries because somebody else more deserving needs it. Sir, which one is it? Which one is it? Erica. Now that was funny. I don't understand why people think. I know why. They don't expect anybody to pay close enough attention, A, and B, to have a memory, and 3, have a community that if you don't remember, they do. Absolutely. Come up. Come up, Breakfasters Go. And I'm praying that your mother has all the healing that is necessary to get her out of the hospital and back home.
Good morning, Dee Dee. Thank you for allowing me up for a moment.
Absolutely.
Just real quick, I heard you touch on the Salvation Army issue about the lunches, correct?
Yes.
I know in New York State, when I dealt with them 4 years ago, now, mind you, it may have changed in the 4 years, but in Salvation Army in New York, locally in Rochester, you had to be on EBT before they helped you. And you also, to go in and get, I think their monthly allotment where you can go into the food cupboard. They used to have a food cupboard right in this excuse me, I'm starting to stutter here.
Okay.
The Salvation Army office locally downtown, you had to have EBT. They had a food cupboard and a clothing cupboard in there, but you had to show proof you were on EBT, that you did not have any violations, because if you had even one strike in New York on your account, they weren't helping you, no matter what. They also, on top of the food cupboard, would give you, when I did it 4 years ago, was a $20 food coupon to the local grocery stores, whether it was Walmart, Wegmans, or Tops. So I don't know if it's different in Tennessee, but if it's Salvation Army, I would think that it would be the same across the board.
No, it's not.
Okay, it's not. I'm wrong on that. I was just assuming that, just so we're clear.
Yeah, no. I appreciate you saying it, but it's not across the board. It literally depends on like local funding. So it's different. And 4 years ago, the funding has gone away. So it's different everywhere. Okay. Good morning, Bella.
All right. I just wanted to, share my experience from New York. So that's obviously different.
No, I appreciate that.
But that's how it works in my state. As far as your state or Tennessee, obviously it's probably different.
Yep, it's different everywhere because it also depends on, like, New York is very liberal, so they push hard on benefits for everyone. Tennessee, not so much.
All right. And as far as one last thing before I go, as far as recertifying, you had to do it at that time every year. And you had the option of doing it in person, but they would tell you, we prefer you to come in person to the local offices. And there's 2 offices locally where you had to go in and see a caseworker and bring physical proof in case there was an issue with uploading it to the system on, if you had to do it from home.
I think after COVID, especially, they prefer online.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate your time this morning.
Oh, of course. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate anybody willing to come up and share their thoughts.
I appreciate it. I don't know how to drop. Would you mind doing that for me?
Absolutely.
All right. Have a good weekend.
You too. Enjoy spending time with your mother.
I intend on it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's mostly online now. Now, granted, sometimes sometimes they nope. I apologize. The power went out and came right back on, and since I was connected to the internet, yeah, TikTok stopped for me. I apologize. In Louisiana, you have to do it every 6 months. That is so promising. Good morning, little bit. Lot. But I think what they were tired of was people getting it and then doing whatever they wanted for the year, getting a job, making more money, and then when the next year is something else. Good morning to everybody coming in. Good morning. Wow, every 6 months. I mean, that might become most places. I'm not even gonna front. It is a lot of processing, but they are looking to catch people taking advantage of the system. There was a lady on here who was telling people how to get EBT while working a full-time job and basically not needing it. And the dummy came to TikTok to talk about it. And she basically was just telling you to lie. Well, somebody reported her and she got a phone call from EBT saying you owe us, like, I don't know, $12,000. And it threw her off, but she was like, where am I going to come up with that money from? And then got a phone call from the local police department. We're going to come. Do you remember maybe October? It was, they said the trolls called and had to send everything in. Yes, Tishy Wishy, I do remember that. But that doesn't change anything about your redetermination. Even if you just sent stuff in, if it's time for your redetermination, they want you to do it again. At least that's how it used to be. What in the world? Oh, okay. Today is not my day. What is going on? Let me see. Echo, what time is it? The time is 7:04 a.m. Okay, the internet is back on. Probably having withdrawal symptoms on my end too. Well, if I could have withdrawal symptoms, what's first on your agenda now that you're back online? Echo, please mind your business. Ouch. Fair enough. I'll just be over here quietly organizing my digital sock drawer. He said, ouch. I'll be over here doing my, what did he say? Doing my sock drawer? You know what? Can you hear me? Listen, this this new Alexa Plus is on one. Let me oh Lord. Okay, let's get back to business. Let's see what happens today. Tishy Wishy, let me tell you something. Can't answer the stuff you want answered. Yeah, I see it. Can't answer some of the stuff that you ask it to answer, but got a smart mouth. I haven't looked into anybody, Bella, besides the people I wanted to look into. I'll go check it. Yo, the AI on TikTok is. Wait, let me see if I can find that photo. I'm sorry. It must be on my other device. But I think it was Sheena's live, and that when you go, I think it's actually before you go in, the AI will give you a hint, and it was like arguing and fighting about gifts, and I was like, yeah, when I tell you I snapped that photo so fast, yo, TikTok's AI is on one. Okay, I'm getting hot. Okay, let's do Christina since Cat Daddy is in here. Cat Daddy, you want to ask for the box? Oh no, did he walk away? Yes, please. Oh, you know what? I didn't even say my little spiel. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome in. If you are a member of the team, hit the daily heart me. Oh, you'll be okay? All right. Just in case? All right. If you aren't a member of the team, stick around. And if you want to join the team, then do so. If not, that's okay. I'm going to still run my mouth. What I do ask is that every time I change the photo, that you tap until you see the heart and continue to tap until you see the heart's tail, and then take a break. It's about 85 clicks. And if you're double tapping, it goes by really fast. But there are two reasons to make sure that my trolls, as the as the scammers like to say, and the haters, don't get my live taken down. But we have somewhere to go in case they do. But it's never happened yet. And but also more importantly, to end up on the For You feed. Because the goal is to reach people who do not know what's going on this app. I know AB Baby, right? It's been a year and it hasn't happened yet. So we'll see what happens. Oh, thank you, Kim B. It'll be okay. I'll do what they do, appeal it and come right back. Anyway, but we have somewhere to go. Can one of the, yeah, thank you. Can you pin that, Erica? We have somewhere to go. Anyway, so in case you missed it, as we've reported before, Christina was living with a man who was facing the sentence from an assault case. I think there was more than assault, but I'm just going to say an assault case. Okay, Granny Annie. And he was sentenced to 60 days, but day for day. And day for day means for every day you do, a day comes off, which means it's about 30 days. But in her infinite wisdom, knowing that it was coming, decided to convince Caden to come to her. Don't worry about your court date, Caden. I will call them and have the charges dropped, even though there was no way for her to do that, especially once they upgraded it from a 4 to an X, which I think kind of not that it implies, but it's one of those things where sometimes, let's say you are arrested for assault. You've done it multiple times. You threatened somebody's life. They will upgrade the charge because they can add additional factors to it, so that a regular assault might be 6 years, but now with these extra extenuating circumstances, it could be up to 30. And that is what he was facing, 6 to 30. And because his frontal lobe isn't closed, for him to realize that if he had just waited a couple of days, he could have gone to court and he could have gotten a continuance for a month. Who knows? She convinced him to come to her and blow off the court date. And every judge is like, oh, you want to not come to court and your lawyer doesn't know where you are? Well, we're going to issue a warrant. And we're not going to rush. We'll find you. And then Christina, in her infinite wisdom, because she grown, but I don't think her frontal lobe has closed either. She stunted it. Thought the next best thing to do is to come live on TikTok in this other man's home and then parade him all over TikTok as if he didn't have a warrant. Now I'm going to jump ahead for a second. She came back to her chat and was like, see how God works? Once he was gone. But while he was there, you were popping your shit. Excuse my French. I'm trying to stop cursing so much. I feel like I'm a truck driver now. So, knowing that he would probably have a warrant, you thought it was a good idea to parade him around TikTok, probably wearing somebody else's jewelry. Somebody who thought they could trust you.
They need some food. So if anybody want to have a heart and help.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yo, I swear today has been a day with my technology. My goodness. My other device was playing Money Bees begging for money. I apologize. See, Sheila, I would agree with you. Except for the fact that she had gotten away from him and he was already facing charges. He didn't reach out to her to come where she was. She reached out to him. And when people, and I in particular, questioned her about it, she was like, yeah, and so what? I know what he's done, but things are different this time. But at the same time saying, I know what to look out for. For the 30th time, you know what to look out for? She doesn't get a pass from me, I'm sorry. She used to. I used to be like, you know what? It takes somebody a long time to get away. She is the manipulator. And when she needed money, suddenly she was in the hospital for something. When she needed money, guys, he did such and such and such to me. When they were paying for her to travel out of town to get away from him because she claimed that she was afraid of him, they paid for her to go to his town. Make it make sense. And they didn't know they were paying her to do that. She then, I agree, Heather. She then, another time, she has now admitted when she was in her awakening that she lied about being pregnant and literally had people like, oh my God, how are you feeling today? How's the baby? She literally said while she was laying in the hospital bed that the baby was fine after he threw her down some stairs. And now you want to come out and say I was lying? She lied about having cancer. Yeah, Cat Daddy. Oh, she's a rabbit hole and a half. So, the idea that you're happy God stepped in, oh, it wasn't God. It wasn't God. It was Cat Daddy and TikTok president. It wasn't God. So, after she flaunted this child around TikTok, mind you, I'm like, what are you going to do in 30 days? Because this man is going to find out that you have another man in his house. And my thought was, what if he gets out early and finds y'all in the house? Clearly, this is a man that doesn't mind getting violent. And we know Caden doesn't mind getting violent. And then what would you do? Run the TikTok, go live and be like, oh my God, they're fighting, guys. I need money to get out of here because I'm so scared. Girl, bye. So it turns out that the new boyfriend didn't even give her a key to the apartment. She had to leave the door open when she left to come back. Well, I think there's an advantage to also being named Christina because Christina talked to what she's now calling her ex-boyfriend. Girl, you talking about, oh, we broke up because we went on social medias and said we were single. Are you in high school? What do you mean? Breaking up would be him kicking you out, in my opinion. But he let you stay probably because he wanted somebody there for the 30 days he would be gone. And you decided to take advantage of that. Because literally, he left at 8 a.m. and Caden was there at 8 p.m. Right. Beggars, let me tell you, that's what I said. I was like, they're going to be in the same jail at the same time and the jail is small? Oh, Lord. Anyway, let's get back to the story. So Christina, the cousin, TikTok president, was able to talk to the jailed boyfriend because her name was Christina and he thought she was the Christina of his love. And she let him know what's going on in his house that she's parading all over TikTok. She was so proud of Caden coming back that she didn't even think to herself, you know what? Let me not show him. Because this might be a bad look. Even to her people, this might be a bad look. No, she doesn't give a damn. So he says, okay, Reach out to my dad and let him know. Because what we find out is that the apartment is in the dad's name, not even the ex-boyfriend, or I should say the jailed boyfriend. So dad gets together with Cat Daddy and TikTok president, and they go to the house, and guess what? The door's unlocked. So the dad locks the door because she don't have no key. And they waited and waited and waited, and finally the two of them come back. When they get to the door and find that it's locked, do they say, damn, we must have gotten caught? No. They're so bright, they just break a window to try to get in. And the dad shows up like, hey, what are you doing? This is my apartment. And Kaden tries to, do what Kaden does and step up to this grown man and act like he's going to do something. And Christina just so happened to call the police. And when she does and the police arrive 4 deep, well, Kaden, there's a warrant for your arrest. And not only are you going to jail, you're going to the jail with the man whose apartment you were staying in until your extradition. And who knows how long that'll take. It could be a day. It could be a week. It could be longer than that. It's when they have time to come get your ass. Now, Cat Daddy, has anybody done the research to find out if the 3-day thing is really a thing? Good morning to everybody who's come in. Cuddle buddies. Okay, all right. So the dad didn't even want Christina to be able to go in. And the cops came up with this, as long as she's been there for 3 days, she has rights. You have to evict her. Good morning. Excuse me? I've never heard. Imagine you meet somebody and y'all are talking and everything is good, and they say, I'm going to come visit you for the weekend. Okay, come visit me for the weekend. And they bring most of their stuff. And you think, well, okay, maybe they want options. They show up on a Thursday evening, and by Sunday, they can claim that they live there? Little bit. Make sure you're checking. Where are they? Tennessee? I can't remember even where they are. They're not in Tennessee. I can't even remember where they are. That, to me, is outrageous. Illinois, yes, I'm sorry. Memphis and Tennessee is stuck in my head. Like, to me, that's just weird. 3 days is weird to me. Wait, hold on. Plot twist. He has filed for eviction yesterday on both her and Kaden. Beautiful. Beautiful. A part of me feels like the cop was like 30, well, let me just say 3 so she has somewhere to go. Because they didn't want to be stuck with her, but I don't know that to be, that like, that's my thing. But what I will say is if you can claim residency in 30 days, then I, as the landlord or the tenant, should be able to file and get you out in under 30. That process better be quick. Imagine. Loosey goosey, that's what she says. She said that. She was like, wait until y'all find out that I'm leaving town. Let me tell you something. If she's going all the way across the country, there's a man waiting for her. There's a man waiting for her. Because she has a problem being alone. Go ahead. The new, Chef's Kiss Digital After Dark this month is going to be calling out Tim Nash and her mods and enablers. That's what the end of the month of Digital After Dark is going to be. They said that she actually had a nerve because she was listening to the conversation I was having with Christina. They literally, she said, they're just mad because I'm getting support. And one of them was like, it's just weird. No, what is weird is that you grown women are taking care of another grown woman. That's what's weird. Really, Melanie? No, there was no way she was going by herself. There was no way she was going by herself. But we're weird. She is not worried about the children that she's pumped out. Did she ask for any Christmas gifts for her children? No. But she wants praise for getting her glasses. Nobody even said anything when I got my glasses. What are we supposed to say? That's an everyday thing. You getting your glasses didn't benefit anybody but you. The fact that you think that you need to get praised for getting your glasses from a bunch of grown people who don't even know you personally tells me everything I need to know about your level of maturity. It doesn't exist. You literally still operate like a child, which is why I said she stunted her frontal lobe. It never closed. Children want to be praised for drawing a picture. Children want to be praised for cleaning up one corner of their room. Children want to be praised for getting up on time after you yelled at them 30 times to get up. You keep making the same stupid decision over and over and over again, expecting somebody else to fix it. And here we are again. And here we are again, running from the consequences of the decisions we have made. Well, whoever is taking her in, make sure you are prepared. Because your idea of helping a friend is going to drain you. And I'm going to be here when you've had to kick her out and you're ready to come to TikTok and tell your side of the story, just like Hippie Harley and everybody who's tried to help her out. We'll be waiting. I'll be here. She has absolutely ruined his life. 100%. Oh, I have no sympathy for the person. None whatsoever. But I'll be here when you're ready to come live and talk about it. Or when she goes live in front of you while you're asking her to do something simple, and she's like, she's making me do things I don't want to do. I don't want to get a job yet. I just moved here. What do you mean I've been here for 6 months? I'm still new. I don't even know how to get around. Girl, please go fly. Cat Daddy, did I do it justice? He told the other Christina that she blocked him. And that's why he couldn't get in touch with her. I did it justice. Okay. Make sure you let your woman know that I did my best to do it justice. Okay. Oh, she's live now. Hilarious. Oh, no problem. No problem. As long as I did it justice, it's no problem. Let's talk Timmy Nashi. Now, hold on. I did get the other post. Now, I'm saying this is the second message to Timmy Nashi from Elle's family. Maybe. We have no proof that this is the family. This literally could be a troll, but I don't care. I love it. So this one says, so Timmy says that we haven't been in her life since May. Blatant lie. We've been in her life before and after May. He's been trying to pull her away from family or cause separation since he entered the picture. But hey, since he said we haven't been there, we will be there. So when you're doing your little circle walks and dipping through the same alley with the barking dog, you're definitely still in chat, which is Chattanooga, and we'll be there. You can bet your influential, non-influential, residently challenged house on that. And that's why I think it might be a troll. To talk about circling in the dog and the influential residentially challenge. Yo, when I tell you I cracked up, I had to share it. So I don't know if that's actual family or not, but I thought it was hilarious. But Timmy's a little stressed. And so he comes live the other day to talk about the fact that Ella's still in the ICU. Remember now, she can't eat. She's on a liquid diet. I'm sorry. Has anybody else experienced pneumonia and had to be put on a liquid diet? I've never heard of that. But maybe it's a thing. So now, of course, he's withdrawing from, well enough to yell, "Hey, daddy." He talks himself into so many circles that then he realizes he messes up. Let me give you one. Somebody said, "You're living in the woods." And he was like, "No, I'm not." "Well, yes, I am." "What? Your first reaction?" Oh, yes, he does have a new CA. It is the Shit Show 2420. Do with it what you will. It is the Shit Show. I'm sorry, the Shit Show 2420. That is the new CA. Do with it what you will. I've done my part. So he's withdrawing from his psych meds, but now he's worried about her getting out and getting her psych meds. Sir, you don't have a way to get her from the hospital to the tent. But you want her out because you can't do this walk every day. Oh, when you had it, it was a 12-ounce liquid diet? Okay, I just never heard of it. That's why I asked the question, because I've never heard of that. But, I don't know everything about everything. We know that that's the case. I certainly don't know everything about everything. That's why I love the community. Because y'all teach me something every day. I know beggars and enablers. Come on now. No, from the hospital to the tent. Because when they let you out the hospital, you're not all better. You're well enough to leave the hospital. So he said he can't get her to camp. He can't get her meds. He can't keep her warm. But he's been going on interviews, applying for jobs. And then he comes and complains about the fact that she wants to leave. And he's trying to convince her to stay. She can't walk well. Where's she going? Stop crying about a lie, please. And I wrote down, L is going to be the next grift. Well, he comes back on a little later and was like, I was an addict, that isn't all that I have ever been. And so he started talking about how he got the job and he's a machinist and programmer because anybody can push a button. I don't know how I remember stuff like that because I didn't even write that down. Anyway, so then he's like, I got the job. It's going to work third shift, but he needs to get a bus pass. Now, since we all know he's actually in Chattanooga, the first thing I did was ask the nosy man in the corner, how much is a bus pass? And he told me, but then I went and got the proof myself. So this is the Chattanooga Area Regional Transportation Authority. That is the bus system in Chattanooga. And a one-way fare is $1.50. Now, he had gotten $15, and when somebody was like, well, at least that could get you the first day, he was like, no, it'll get you the first couple of days. He was like, no, it can't. And if I can't get it for a whole week, then I'm not going to bother. Tell me how that makes sense. So, with $15, he had what? 5, 6 rides? But I didn't stop there, of course. Because you could actually get a 24-hour unlimited ride pass. Now, you have to pay $6 to get the card. To get the card is $6. And then you can refill it with $4. And it gives you 24 hours unlimited rides. Now, that to me doesn't make financial sense for him in his circumstance if we're going to believe what he says. But this here is how much it costs for a 7-day unlimited ride pass, which means he could ride to the hospital, back to camp, go to work, come back. He claimed it was $35 for a week. It's $15, which means he had enough to get the week pass. Asking for $35 would have been enough to get 2 weeks, plus some food. $5 worth of food, but regardless. It's 15. Nobody in his chat, none of his mods, none of his enablers even had the curiosity to look and see. And now, of course, he's lying that he's not in Tennessee, but all of the evidence that he's let leak out makes it clear that he's still in Tennessee and in Chattanooga. Good morning. No, she's not in the hospital. But I'll let him tell it. Because let me tell, and I said this to you guys when it came to him. He used to always say he was in the hospital. And I was like, we all know that if Tim Nash could be in a hospital bed and cry to his people about how he's in the hospital, he would do it. And guess what happened? The very next time he was in the hospital, he went live. You mean to tell me that they wouldn't go live? And last night when I was deleting some photos because my Canva is done with me, they're like, you have done too much in here. I came across the photos I took of his sisters when she was talking about what's really going on. I swear to y'all, her and Elle look alike. When I have time, I'm going to bring it up. They look alike. In the eyes especially. Right, Tim never lies. Well, let's take it even further. A 31-day pass is $50. And you were asking for 35 for a week. If you had asked for 50, you would have a month. And we know he doesn't care about asking for $200 because he needs his seizure meds and his psych meds and his pain meds, and then he needs food, and then he needs... Correct, diamonds and pearls. The reason why I do it the way that I do it, hold on, gotta do the puzzle piece. I don't even know why they do that. The reason why, you know, oh, I'm sorry. The reason why I do it the way that I do it, where I talk about multiple people in a day, is because what I'm hoping people will recognize, even if this person that I'm talking about isn't the person you watch and support, I'm hoping that you see the red flags. That when you hear your person say something, you take 2 minutes and just Google it. Just Google it. And then if you want to do further research, because it doesn't align, do it further. The fact that she said that her daughter, the baby, has had multiple surgeries but doesn't have insurance is a lie. Is a lie. But y'all will just sit in there and hear her say it and be like, oh my goodness. And then for her to say she does everything right, she's the best mother, blah, 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 but she don't know how to fill out paperwork to get disability? While she has a grown man that can sit there and play all the games in the world with no problem, he doesn't have sight issues. But the funny thing is, if you go to Social Security and sit in the office, they'll do it for you. And all you got to do is sign some papers to get the information from the doctors. But she isn't the slightest bit curious because she wants somebody else to do it for her. And she wants your money in the meantime. I don't focus on just one person. I try to focus on multiple so that you guys can start to see the lie and start questioning it in real time. Like I said, I just talked to the nosy man in the corner and just said, how much is a bus pass in Chattanooga? A 1 week bus pass? And he was like, in Chattanooga, a week bus pass is $15. I said, well, okay, that's you. I'm going to go do some research. So I Googled it. And once I Googled it, I went to the actual website of the Chattanooga bus line to verify it. Yeah, Google lies. That's why you take what Google says and then you go do additional research. Let me tell you something. ChatGPT gets it wrong. Don't rely on that either. Let's see. But this was the other thing, and this is just a little extra ad. Chattanooga has something called the bicycle transit system. They have another system as well that's free that is downtown. It's a bus that is free. That once you are downtown, it will take you to the major tourist sites around the city. Do you know how many people probably jump on that bus to get from one side of the city to the other because it's free? Now, it doesn't go down all of the streets, but once you're downtown, you can jump on it for free and get from one place to the other. But they have a bicycle plan. So when he tries to sound like he's in a place that has no resources, that has nothing, that isn't thinking broadly, he's a liar. Oh, I'm sure there are, sassy girl, but he's going to say he hasn't availed himself of any of those resources because they didn't plan to stay, except now you're getting a job. Could I see him on an electric scooter? No, but that's why they have pedal bikes. But Timmy, you can't steal this way. You can't steal this pedal bike. So no, he didn't come on yesterday. But I'm gonna call you out because you're lying. And that was a simple find. A simple find. And he got people in there. We believe you. We got your back. I have never in my life seen a group of people okay with being lied to. Like, what has happened to people? It's like seeing Cakes do crack on live. Now, she didn't realize that her phone showed the reflection in the window. But y'all see her smoking crack and it's nobody's business. If she wants to smoke crack, you're okay? And you're going to stay in the box with somebody smoking crack? Like, do y'all smoke crack? Like, I have never, listen, I always talk about how my dad would roll over in his grave. My mama would be out here handing out smacks. Like, are y'all kidding me? Yes, AP baby. I don't know if I have the picture still because I've been deleting pictures like crazy. Let me see. It's a bad photo though. Or I should say it's a hard photo. Let me go get it. Okay, so this is, yes, please report. I mean, do your thing. Mama, 1 second. One second. So this was the live. It was dark because she was in a car. And she put the phone down, not realizing that you could see the reflection in the window. And so every few seconds, first people saw the aluminum foil, but it could be anything, right? But then every few minutes, this lit up. Let me get the other one so you could see a closer shot. And when people were like, did you just smoke crack online? Good morning. And they were like, we saw you light it up. This is her. I've never seen crack in my life. We're talking about cakes right now. I've never seen crack in my life. And then the person in the box was like, it's white and hard. Girl, we saw you. We saw it. It was live. And she tried to say, just because I'm drinking, girl, we saw it. And then when she comes back, she's like, y'all just say anything on here. No, you just do anything on here. She could have paused the live, ended the live. The idea that you need to be on live 24 hours a day. Oh, she scared you? Sorry. I get joy when Kira scares White Sox because he bother her all the time. Yeah, that's what she said. I don't know what crack is. But her friend helped her know that it was white and hard. And then the people in the box, let me put it back up so you could see the people in the box. Because why hide? Well, the bottom girl's not there when I took the screenshot. They were like, and if she was smoking crack, so what? She's an adult. Mind your business. What? Y'all just gonna sit there and co-sign smoking crack on social media? Yo, I swear to you, somebody could unalive somebody on this app and there'll be somebody talking about, so what? Mind your business. What day did this happen? I talked about it Wednesday, so it had to be Tuesday. Wait, it had to be Tuesday. Let me see if I wrote down what time. It was at night, and it was at the end of a live. Because right after this, she ended and then came right back. But I didn't write down what time it was. I was flabbergasted. Yes, Cakes. Cakez. Or Veronica, for those of us that know. You know what? This was the same day she went to the doctor in the morning. So that was Tuesday. So it was that night. Oh no, wait. Was it Tuesday or was it Monday? Wait. Number six. It was the night of the 6th. No, it wasn't. Okay, she went to the doctor on the 4th. My apologies. This was on the 6th. The night of the 6th, at the end of one of her lives. No, it wasn't Monday. It was the 6th. Because I write down at the beginning, when I start taking notes, I write down what day it is, and then I number each person that I watch. So it was the 6th. NT Way, back to who we're talking about. So yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm sorry. Good morning.
Good morning. I want to talk about Tim for a minute. My
Oh,
days
okay,
are
sure.
probably screwed up because of vacations, everybody being home, blah, blah, blah. Wasn't it yesterday that he was on, that he was talking about they supposed to let her out of the ICU today?
He wasn't on yesterday. He was on the day before, saying that they were going to let her out of ICU, but she wasn't supposed to be coming home. She was supposed to be going to a regular room.
Right. Okay. Like I said, my days has been with kids home, husband home from work, holidays. Still, my days have been so screwed up. But I was sitting there I was thinking yesterday. But you're probably right. You're probably right. Because yeah, he was talking about because people say, well, why don't you stay there with her? And they won't let me and blah blah blah. Yes, okay. I was thinking it was yesterday.
No, it wasn't yesterday. I mean, they might have rules around ICU now. Years ago, you would have been able to, but I could see the ICU not. They already have a sick patient. They
Right.
don't want to deal with another person, but
And
she
it
ain't in there, so
no, she's not. No,
it's
she's
all
not.
made up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
but
Yep.
that wasn't yesterday. He didn't come live yesterday at all.
Okay. Yeah, I'm blocked off his page. I just see him when somebody else is talking
Streaming
about him.
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I've
get
been
it.
blocked off a lot of people's.
Oh yeah, digital. Let me tell you, if somebody else has the name digital, they're getting blocked immediately. I come in and people are like, "Why are you here?" I'm like, "Dang, I didn't even say anything." And this is how you know I'm in a scammers live because I go in lives all the time and people don't pay any attention to my name. They might get tongue tied on it and be like, "Digital deceiver." They don't even care. Like they don't have any clue what my name means. But if I'm in the scammers live, they pick up on it immediately.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's like with Ty yesterday. I was in there and he said, Mama, he said, you been trolling me, you been block. I'm like, I ain't never said anything to you, dude. And I was watching on somebody
Mhm.
else's the other day and she said, hey, Mama, just want to let you know we seen that you gave Granny, I don't know who in the hell that is, big gifts. And I was blocked from there. And I'm like, I don't even send gifts and stuff. I guess I need to change my name. I don't know. I may confuse me
Well,
with
you
another
got a
Momo.
reputation following
I
you. You just
know.
as
I
bad
guess
as
so.
me.
All right. Well, I ain't gonna hold you up. Been praying for your son. Hope everything goes well.
Thank you.
And y'all have
Thank
a
you.
good day.
You
You
too. Thank you for coming up.
you're gonna have to kick me out, baby.
Okay. No problem. Christina is up saying she's been up all night. You know that. She probably has been, but mind you, she's live talking about I'm so tired. I can't even keep my eyes open, but I'm gonna get an OP on you, Christina. And now she stayed up all night long. She takes enough medication. She could have went to sleep. Get out of here. Girl, are you scared? Is that why you're not sleeping? How you getting an OP if you going to Dallas? Huh? How you getting an OP on somebody if you're going to Dallas? And if Caden gets anywhere near 30 years, he would be 50 years old when he got out. Now imagine the move in technology in 50 years. He might come out and we'll have flying cars. But more than that, he hasn't even been on vacation out of the country. He hasn't. Has he even ever left the state of Tennessee? Can you imagine over a woman? Oh, thank you, Sheila. Hold on. I forgot to take my meds. Now see, I actually take some, and I'm old enough now to I need a pill box. And I'm sorry, I'm laughing to myself because when I used to have to do my parents' pill box, I would be like, I am never doing this. And here I am with a pill box. Oh God, I hate it. But you do what you gotta do, right? Yeah, when I come live, I have a habit of forgetting to take them before I go live. So this time today, I took the section out and had it sitting next to my water. So when I remembered it, I could pull it up. Okay. So in this moment, hold on. Oh, this is the wrong one, but I don't care. I have had call outs happen on my live, and I've watched call outs happen, and it turned out to be a misunderstanding. And I'm all about education because when I first came to this side of the tent, I didn't know what I was doing either. I literally fumbled my way through. And there's no book. Here's the book on calling people out and helping people understand. I am a storyteller, and not because that's what I thought of myself. I just like to give people, it started off with, they said this, and I'm going to tell you what I thought about it. And it has turned into me being a storyteller so that you guys can understand and follow easily where the truth is and where the lie ends and the truth begins. And why some of the things they say don't even make sense. And I remember saying I was going to stop letting call outs happen because a call out would happen, it would be all crazy and whatever. There is no guide. That's the point I'm making. There is no guide. So Fallon, are you in here? Can you come up, please?
Good morning.
Good morning. So I know that when you call out somebody, it is not the first, second, or third time you've seen something.
No.
So can you tell people how you go about deciding that you're going to call somebody out?
Oh, of course. So when you're going in and out of lives and you're watching and you see people go in and out, you start to recognize names. And you start to see the ones that come in, and you start to see the ones who are in there that you recognize that also come into awareness labs. And the more you see them, the more you start to know their patterns. When you see them and you message them after a couple of times that they've been in there, and a lot of people like to message just the new ones who start to show interest, because that's how you really want to zap them, like right in the very beginning, to let them know how to do their research. Type the name into the top of the TikTok search bar. Give them the tools right out the gate. There's some who will message you and play with you, like Pittsburgh girl Andrea, or Bugsy, or Jesse Fields, or just the other day, Jonesy82, aka Dotsy. They will play with you to take up your time, because there's the reason that they go in there and they play with these scammers and give them money is because they're lonely. So they're going to absolutely take up your time, because they're taking up your time now and scammers. They're just getting a little bit more attention out of the scammers and paying for it. So once you message them and say, hey, I noticed that you were new in Tim and Angela's live, Tim Nash, and give them just the highlights. And you don't have to write a heartfelt letter to them. Just go in your notes app, type up the top 5 things, or hell, it could be the top 3 things that you know. Tim and Angela lie about cancer. Tim Nash lies about cancer and all the other things he's lying about. And tell them how to research for themselves. When they write you back, I would screenshot everything. You guys know I do that. Make sure they understand that you are coming from a place of concern for them, as well as if they are enabling possibly active addiction. We don't want to see anybody's life snuffed out because of a dumb decision. There are resources out there. Everyone knows that, but some people just need an extra push to understand it. When you message these people and they write you back and tell you to kick rocks, or they tell you, thank you so much, I had no idea. And then they start to tell you about other scammers that they see. Oh, is this person a scammer? Is this person that way? Then you can have a good conversation with them. Those people are not taking up your time. But there are people out there like Navy Life and Pittsburgh girl Andrea and Jesse Fields who just do it for the spite of it. But if you are attacking someone, the first time you see someone go into a chat that says, hi, how are you? How's the weather? Being kind is not enabling. But helping them get their narrative of their pity parties, oh, I didn't get my food stamps, because they're responsible for that, not TikTok. They didn't get their tires fixed. They didn't get their coffee for the day, or they have coffee, they just don't have that $8.97 syrup that they want to put on top of it. Right, Angela? So those people that are in there that are engaging, keeping the chat going, but then there's people like Jesse who are talking about, oh, what's your favorite creamer? And I can do an order. People who are in there that are new are going to latch on to that. Those are the people you want to interact with. But if it's somebody new, and then the next day, someone that messages like Kelly Givens or Harley Girl or Can You See the Light messages them and says, come in anytime on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays to Digitals, because it's a consecutive time frame. When they come in here, if they enter into the chat and they're attacked, what do you think they're going to think? Or if they go to a page and they see someone say, oh, well, I was just in there and I was brand new, I had no idea. It's probably best to do discernment whenever we talk about reading the room. I get so many messages that, oh my God, Fallon, I'm so sorry. I accidentally clicked like I dropped my phone, or I was trying to pull the plug to plug it in to charge it. And I feel so bad. I feel horrible because I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to call you out because you're clicking like, or you accidentally sent a rose. I'm pretty sure almost everyone has done that.
I have done that so many times. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Oh, wait. And then I want to add one other thing. when TikTok did whatever change they did, because somebody came to Fallon and was like, digital gifted somebody, because if you say a couple of words, they'll be like, oh, title gifter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't mean you gave a gift. It means that you commented. But somebody ran right to Fallon with a photo. And I was like, I didn't gift that person.
Nope.
But that's what happened when we had that change. I'm sorry. Keep
No,
going.
I jump in anytime. I'm not, and I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the comments because I don't want to like stumble over myself. But I think the biggest thing is I've gotten so many messages, and I'm not sure why. I would like to know why there's such an influx of messages coming in. Like, how do you? I mean, I appreciate the questions. I just need to understand why. What's happened? Like, how do you know who you're going to call out? How do you know you're going to make a page? Like, you have 3 graphs of all these people's names. Do they come to you and say, why is my name up there? Well, yeah, they do. And they get screenshots of why going back to 2023 because I've been watching them. I'm not going to make a video or a call out on somebody that I have no idea the circumstances. And it takes a lot of work. But the other part to this too is in the beginning, it was all me. Now there's eyes everywhere and it's you guys. You guys are the ones sending me these things. I'm not everywhere. It may look like it, but there's no way in hell that one person, one Fallon, can be everywhere watching everything that everybody's doing. It's you guys. You guys are the reason that awareness is working. So if it's time to start talking about enable this, enablers that, let's do it. But let's do it the right way. And the messages that you guys are sending me, if you think that it's wrong, have a conversation with the people like you would a new person in a scammer's live. Hit those DMs and say, hey, I noticed that you called out this person. Can you help me understand why? And a lot of times, if there's something going on, you can't really call somebody an enabler who's the first time in the chat. Because I don't want to turn anybody away from us. I don't want anybody to think, oh my God, they're just a bunch of mean asses. Like, I don't want to go over there and sit in a bunch of toxicity. I'm trying to get away from toxicity.
And so that means we can't be mean.
Right. We all
can't
have to
be
do better.
We can't be mean to people. And I also want you guys to understand this. We know people lie on TikTok. And if they are afraid of getting a call out, they'll be like, no, this is my first time. That doesn't mean that that's true. But have some patience about yourself, because they always give themselves away. We just have to sit back and watch. And I think some of you guys are doing a fantastic job.
They are. They really are.
To the root.
Yes.
I said in Anonymous's live yesterday, don't ask me which Anonymous it is. Forgive me. There are so many of y'all. But I said in her chat, there might be few of us that go live and do it how I do it, or similar to how I do it. But we're standing on your shoulders. You guys offer us insight and information. I come to you, if I think of something, y'all have the answer. How many times have you guys been loving enough to share with me the live of somebody who's gone live that I wasn't paying attention to? Or you've introduced me to people that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. We're standing on your shoulders, on your eyes and ears. So, yeah, I get up here 3 days a week and I watch them for myself. But believe me, I'm standing on your shoulders. I'm standing on your hard work. So please keep doing your thing. Don't let anybody dissuade you from what I call the good work. We are on the right side of the wrong street. We ended up here somehow, but now we're here. And the goal is to restore decency back to the thing. Because this is the thing. There are truly people who are in need. Not might be. There are people who are in need. Right? And guess what? If I was, I'd be terrified to come to TikTok. Because I don't want to be labeled immediately because of Tim and Angela, or Tim Nash, or Zim, or Kiki, or Quay, who keep having kids just so that they can continue to beg. So, and like I just said, Cakes smoked crack on TikTok on a live. And yet her enablers were telling the person who said you're smoking crack, they called her weird. They called her weird.
Jeez.
Well, guess what? If that's what weird is, slap me on the forehead with it, I'll be weird. But just be mindful that everybody who I go in sometimes and say hello, especially on a burner, because that's their thing now. Oh, you don't even come in and say hello. So I'll go in and say hello. That's not enabling. That's not enabling. But if you're in there asking, did you eat today?
That part.
Oh no, you didn't have any food. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Or you know Elle isn't in the hospital, and yet is Elle okay? How's she doing? Oh, yep, I had pneumonia too this week, and it took me out. Like, because this is the thing. You always have to be mindful that especially new people are looking to the chat to determine if this is something or someone they should support. And so when there's a little old lady or a young man, whatever, if they connect with somebody who's in there asking those kind of questions, naturally they think, well, if these people are supporting them, then they're safe for me to support. That's enabling.
That's right. You know, there's a spectrum of everything. There's a spectrum of kindness. There's a spectrum of meanness. There's a spectrum of anything aspect in life. So when you go in and you're being kind, you can be fake Angela kind. Hey, Georgia. Or you could actually have some read the room, and you can see that people are in there like just trying to find out what Tim and Angela are about. Like, why are you laid up in the bed and your wife's snoring and you're begging for money, saying that you don't even know what you guys are going to do because you don't have anything figured out? Read the room. Is Angela sound concerned? Nope. So why should you be? But if somebody's in there engaging, like Bugsy or Jonesy, or they're mods who are toxic mods that just need to hear their names, don't waste your time messaging them. If you have already messaged them and they either told you to kick rocks or they have left you on red, don't waste your time. There's always a new person that strolls in from the FYP because of people that are fools that are in there thinking that they have to click like because they don't want to get blocked. So I know people are going to be like, Fallon, you just said that it's okay to be in there. Guys, it's okay to be in there because I'm in there. But if you have to do anything at all, just sit and watch. But I'm not going to tell you what to do. We're not going to sit up here and preach, don't say a word, don't do this, don't do that, because you have to do you. You pay your own phone bill. You have to do you. But at the same time, think about your aunt or your grandma or your lonely mom who you've already left the house. You don't have much time to call her, and she's scrolling on TikTok, and that person reminds them of you. There's a lady that was in Country's chat the other day by the name of Brenda McKinney. She is 60-something years old, and she used to love Tim and Angela. But now when she goes in there, he doesn't even say her name because she's been in the hospital so much. I guess she couldn't pay any more money. And my heart breaks for her. They're lonely.
Oh, wow.
They, for her to come over here finally and to get some attention, could you imagine if we attacked her though? I don't want to be part of that. I mean, we're supposed to be doing this out of concern and care for people. So if we're going in the DMs and we're being rude, we're no better than the beggars, scammers, and those exhibiting bad behavior. I mean, when I sit here and I watch people who are in active addiction, like Tim Nash and Jordan Paul and Jeff Gainey and so many more who are using people like garbage bags for their money, I get so heated because I know all they care about is their next fix. But at the same time, I don't want to see them pass away because they got too much of something or something bad off the street. So in my comments to these people, when I message them, I'm not sweet and, oh, it's rainbows and unicorns. It's, hey, just so you know, there is bad stuff out there on the street. And please don't have your name connected to somebody that's going to pass away when you just gave them a Cash App and your name's connected to it. Everything has a digital footprint. I would hate to see somebody who thinks that they lost their son or something and it looks like Jeff Gainey and they gave him $10 just because they remind him of their son. And then Jeff Gainey gets something bad and he ends up in the hospital. And guess what? Officials are going to go knock on her door because how do you think that he went and purchased what he needed to purchase?
Excuse me. Hold on. I have KTP Dog and Stacy Miller. Are you guys asking for a box? Oh, that's White Sox saying you
White
better
Sox says I want a
explain.
box.
Let me know if you guys are wanting the box or if you were just, oh, okay. Yep, that happens. That's why I'm asking. People are busy liking and boop, you hit the box. Oh goodness. I'm hitting everything else but what I'm supposed to be hitting.
Jeff Gainey has a mod, that Bonnie Sims. I was so concerned after looking at her page and doing some research on her. She actually was in a horrific car crash from a intoxicated driver. A drunk driver hit her and put her in the hospital for a while. Her whole family went through, trying to rehab her back. And I messaged her and she was so vile and so mean. And I was just like, okay, well, I don't even know where to go from here. So I started to create a file on her and I realized I already had one on her. So Bonnie Sims was a moderator for Carol Edwards. And when Carol Edwards was as bad as she was, and Bonnie Sims was in there actively trying to get her money, I'll send $20 and if somebody can just match me. And it was every day, all the time. So imagine that I was so upset when I watched her go in and then she was hooking up with Misty Thompson and they were just power teaming it with Stud Soldier and all these people who are in active addiction, and somebody's going to get too much of something and pass away. And I don't want that. I don't want that dark cloud over just anybody's life, even no matter how much they lie. So
she does it to Skylyn. She's Skylyn's mod too.
Oh man. See, and somebody's going to lose a sister, a brother, a mother. They all have family. And that's the kind of grief that you can't fix, because it's like, I could have did something and I don't want that on my heart. And I know that I sit with a bunch of people like you guys who don't want that on your heart. So I messaged and made a video about her, and she does not care. She truly does not care. She's like, it's my money. I'll do what I want. I have a massive amount of influx of messages about a lady that I'm still researching, but I think I have all I need, who actually said, yeah, I'll pay for the funeral and the obituary.
Wow.
This was said in the past 3 days, but this is a known enabler. Somebody that shouldn't be sitting in boxes, but she is. Why we allow people like that around us, I don't know. Whether you're awareness or not, you don't have to be awareness to be trying to walk a good line just to be kind. Just don't be a shitty person.
I pay for the funeral and the obituary. Yo, see, to me, that person needs to have a permanent sign. And this is the other thing. Somebody like Misty Thompson, we haven't seen Stud Soldier. She's probably on another account, but she hasn't rise to the level where we're paying her any attention now. Misty Thompson will just go to the next person. That's it. She won't skip a beat. She'll be in the next person's live, trying to be a mod.
Yep. With no,
And they come here so that they can see the names of who's commenting, who's here. They'll look at the list. So when they go back over to their person, they can mute and block or say, aren't you a part of awareness? They want to be able to come here and listen to what we say, but they don't want you over there because they don't want the truth told. They don't want you to ask a question that's going to expose the lie.
that's right. And there are some people that just truly don't understand. You have to, if you tell them, hey, just do your research, don't waste your message on do your research, because they're like, what does that mean? What, like we were trying to explain to someone the other night, hey, you might not want to do that because people go real life on this app. They had no clue. This person kept saying, don't go real life, or people do go real life. That person in the box had no idea what and I'm doing air quotes, what real life meant. So finally they had heard it so many times, they're like, what do you mean go real life? Somebody had to get up in the box and say, if you have kids, they're calling CPS. If you do this, they are calling your job, whatever. Those kind of things, when you think about that, when you're messaging and you want someone to understand where you're coming from, if you say do your research, they don't know what that means. Tell them how to do it. Give them the steps.
And look, there are people that are supposed to be under the tent doing what we do that not only revealed names, but a social security number of someone. I said this also in Anonymous's live. When I talk about being careful where you sit, I'm not saying, oh, you can't sit here and you can't sit there. What I'm saying is, if you see somebody that's willing to dox a scammer, we're okay with that, right? Because they're the bad person. But the person who's willing to do that to them is also willing to do it to you.
Facts. Dee Dee, repeat that so everybody on the outside that's window licking can hear what you just said.
If they are willing to do it to the scammer, the beggar, the liar, the manipulator, they have absolutely no problem doing it to you when you are no longer their favorite person, when you're no longer supporting them, when you have a difference of opinion. Now you become enemy number one, and all of their morality that they didn't have in the first place goes out the door. When loyalty is more important than the truth, we have a problem.
That's right. And then there's the other part to this, and I hope that I've touched like all the ends of the spectrum that are in this, because there's people who just truly don't know. There are people who want to waste your time and play with you in DMs. There are people who want to do it out of spite. And then there's the people that want that one piece of information out of Tim and Angela. I can't tell you how many messages I get like that. Morgan Murray. She gave them money just to try to get in good with them. For what? Why did you give them $25 so they'll talk to you on the back end? They're already doing that. I have 5 people now telling me that Tim and Angela hit them in DMs and people are giving them money on the back end, but they're not, they just don't want to upset them because Angela's so sweet. She's fake. It's lies. But she's sick. No, she's not. What is it that someone from the awareness side wants to get any type of information based off of deception from them to bring it back over to us? Why? I don't need that. I don't need you to do something deceptive to come and tell me that Tim and Angela lie about cancer or lie about their circumstances or Tim Nash is lying. They are liars. There go. That's why we have this council. That's why all of us are part of something much bigger. So if you want to go in there and talk and try to expose them for whatever, just know that there's nothing that you're going to be able to get. There's not this aha moment you're going to have for any of these people that so many before me and you have done research on and put out. These people, we're not ever going to stop them. We can slow it down. You can look around and see that you're slowing it down. But it's the new people that we want to affect.
Okay, are there any questions? Because it's 8:30 and I'm going to have a little bit of time for open mic. Trolling not only gives them views, but it also makes them seem more sympathetic. And I think they've figured it out. And now they are having people troll them on purpose. Like, I know Jordan Paul has troll after troll after troll, but when she gets to the nitty gritty, she always has the troll come in at the last second. And more importantly, if you're calling out people, but having conversations with them behind the scenes that you don't make public, I'm side-eyeing that. Like, what's the point? Yes, she does have a TikTok. KTP dog. It's Lisa Hunter Mark. But she has more. Correct, beggars enablers. Exactly. Well, we're gonna do a digital after dark live. What did I say? Can anybody look at the calendar on my account? I don't think it's the last weekend. I think it's the... Can somebody go to my account real quick and tell me when I said digital after dark would be the 20? Is it the 24th? Lisa Hunter Mark. Her actual name. Thank you. Oh, it does say the 31st? Okay, on the 31st, we'll be having an enabler supporter live, and I'm going to send them the information. Or I'm going to send them an invitation to the live. No problem. And we can talk about it. And they can say why. Are they likely to show up? No. But one thing that I have found about a lot of these enablers and supporters, they don't care that the person they support has their picture up. They don't like it so much when it's their photo.
That's right.
Ask Sarah McGuire, who after talking to me, blocked me. And then when I showed her catfish photos, now she's messaging me again. Girl, you can go kick rocks. Yes, Digital After Dark is once a month. It's an evening get together because I know this is early for a lot of people and people have to go to work, etc. But on one Saturday a month in the evening, we do a Digital After Dark. And ours this month will be January the 31st, and it will be calling out Tim Nash and Christina Test's current mods and enablers. Now, let's not forget that the Digital After Dark in I think I'm going to do it this way. I think each digital after dark, you guys are going to tell me about the names of people we may want to call out. We're going to add them to the grid, and we're going to, in March, do the picks till we get to the final two or one. And then in April, we're going to do the call out. Oh, it'll be your first digital after dark. Oh, you know what? I invited you and I didn't ask if you wanted to be in the box. Hello, Bama girl. Did you want a box?
I didn't. Have a good day.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You too. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, Fallon, thank you so much.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
appreciate you a great deal. And we'll keep pushing.
Absolutely. I'll be down in the comments. Thank you for what you do and the privilege of a box. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well. Okay. So Miss Chocolate has returned to begging on TikTok. Now, she was begging at the end of the year. She took a few days off, and yesterday, I believe she went live 4 or 5 times. Now, one of the times was only for like 40 seconds. But she's up here because she used to beg every day, all day. And some people may say, well, why do you do this? They're grown adults. If they want to give their money, that's up to them. All of that is true. But believe it or not, she is only 25 years old. I thought she had to at least be 30, 35 years old. She's only 25 years old. We are just getting to the frontal lobe being closed. Okay? And yet, at 25, no children and able bodied, somehow she can't get her life together. Somehow she's figured out that other people should take care of her. And somebody, as a matter of fact, two people, a man and a woman, both decided, and I don't even know if they knew about the other person, but they decided that they thought that they could provide her guidance and financial assistance to help her get to the next stage. They probably thought, she's in a bind. She's not going to be able to get out of it. So let me help her both financially and in support, guiding her so she could get to the next thing. During this time, I don't know if she was living with her aunt, but she's now living with her aunt. She's been able to get a car. She claims she has a job. But they were funding her every need. I haven't seen a different account. This is the only account I know about. And you know what? It might be wrong, to be honest. But I know she still goes by, good morning, all for one. I'm sorry I missed your live. You got to send it to me so that I know. Good morning, Candy. So, how do I know that her life was funded? Because as usual, they talk and again think nobody's paying attention. She said that this woman and this man, and they're two separate entities. It's not a husband and a wife or friends or anything like that. We're literally taking care of her every need. She said so out of her own mouth. She didn't say every need, but they were taking care of her every month. And probably what happened, I don't know this for sure, but common sense tells me that after a while, they realized that nothing was going to change. That she was always going to need and want money. That no matter what the guidance was, we were going to still be here. So they cut her off. And she has high praise for the woman. Oh, she helped me out. She was there for me. She made sure I was good. So I have no complaints. Except for the fact that the money stopped. And did she then say, you know what? I've gotten help. I think it was like 6 months. Let me take what I've learned and elevate? No. No. She came right back to TikTok saying, I haven't been here for months. What's the problem with me asking? Because you didn't go and take care of yourself for months. Somebody else took care of you. When they stopped taking care of you, now you're back here to TikTok. So when she came back, these were her 3 asks on yesterday. She needed a charger for her phone, which was at 21%, and she didn't know what she was going to do. She needed a back tire on the driver's side because she had a donut that's not even that good, but she doesn't have a jack to lift the car. And the tire popped, so she can't drive it on the rim to take it to a shop to get put on. And oh, she's really hungry, but that's not the priority. But we have our priorities straight. The charger came first. She also revealed that she hasn't been to work for 3 or 4 days because she can't get the tire fixed. Now, a grown woman would do everything in her power to get a job. To get to work. You didn't ask for bus fare. You didn't even ask for an Uber to get back and forth. You didn't ask a friend. You didn't talk to a coworker. No, you just stayed home and sat on TikTok to beg for it. My question is this though. You didn't come live from, at least on this account, from December the 31st to yesterday. So what did you do for the 3 days, the first 3 days, you didn't go to work? Oh, please like the live. If it go out and come back in. If it becomes choppy for everybody, I'm probably getting reported. Choppy is a word. Yes, please tap, tap, tap. We're probably being reported. All right. I'm going to keep going. Let me know if it continues to be choppy. Thank you, Koala BS. What did you do the first 3 days? So then I question, is there really a job? Or do you want your car? Now, I'm going to jump back and forth between what I know and what she said. What I know, and because she said it, is that the man who was involved in helping her, I believe helped her with the car. And they are no longer seeing eye to eye. I don't know what the nature of the relationship was, but I just know that it's someone who helped her financially and I believe helped her get this car. Thinking she gets a car, she can go back and forth to work, she can start taking care of herself, right? Well, I can't remember for sure, but either she is unlicensed or the car is unregistered or uninsured. It's one of the three because he threatened her that if he found out she was driving, he was going to call the authorities. Now, I'm not making that up. Somebody didn't send me that in a DM. She said it in her own live. Georgie, send me a message and we can talk about it. Sonny, I'm not going to forecast that. So, we already know it's sketchy. Why are you driving a car under those circumstances, whichever one it is? And I don't want to say it's one thing in particular because I honestly can't remember. But what I do know is that whatever it is, it makes her driving the car illegal. So you want people to pay for a tire for a car you can't even legally drive? For which one of those reasons it is? And there's somebody actively looking to see if you drive it, they're going to call the authorities? So what's the real reason why you haven't been at this mysterious job? Okay. So she came on in the morning talking about the phone, the charger for the phone, and how she was only at 21%. And at one point, she was like, I think I'm going to have to get off of here because for some reason, I'm losing battery. I think that's all TikTok does. Girl, whether it's playing music, playing the game, strolling social media, especially going live. Of course the battery's going to go down. That's how it works. Just leaving the phone on the counter, unused, eventually the battery is going to lose its power. Why are you talking about it like it's a surprise? So she tells us what she needs. And then she says, but I don't want to ask for it. I don't want to ask for help because I'll get bashed. You are not getting bashed strictly because you asked for help one time. Girl, this was your daily habit of asking for every little thing you needed. And then when you found someone kind enough, you took them for the money they had. And then she says, I guess I'll be all right. But I still don't have a charger and I can't go to work. And then in one of the lives, she then laid out the holy grail of, and if I don't go to work tomorrow, I'll be fired. Then, girl, I suggest you get up 2 hours early and get to walking. Like, what? You sound unbothered about potentially getting fired because how many people have we seen who get up early in the morning and have to walk to work because that's their only means? Why didn't you ask for bus fare or an Uber back and forth? No, you want your tire fixed. Now, most insurance companies now have roadside assistance that will come out to you wherever you are and fix your tire at no cost to yourself. But perhaps if we don't have insurance, we have no way of doing that. I'm sorry. That's an asshole who pulls out of here like that every day. But then there's AAA. But any thought of that is dismayed with the fact that, well, the donut isn't that good of a tire either. Okay. I can understand. We're not prepared for a broken charger. Even especially when you're strapped for money, and I've been in my life when something like a tire blowing out at the wrong moment, it could feel overwhelming. And if you truly have no one else to go to, I could see you coming to social media for help. But this is the problem. This isn't your first, second, third, fifth, 10th time. This is what you do whenever you need something. So no pass for you. Sorry. And then I feel like giving up because people don't understand when you're the only one. She's the only one that can make a living. Excuse me, ma'am. We don't understand. How many of us were single mothers with multiple children doing it by ourselves? What do you mean we don't understand? There are 2-income households who barely make it. They're still not on TikTok every day begging for money. The kicker, though, is when then she added, I'm hungry because I haven't eaten. Because it started off as just the charger and the tire. Now she added food. Now, this is the thing. I can understand you not being prepared with a tire. I can understand you not having the finances because you weren't prepared for a new charger, even though you claim you were. But now you don't have food either? So you mean to tell me you've been working, but you don't have food? So even if you went to work for the last 4 days, you would have still needed to come to TikTok because you don't have access to food? Or did you tack food on too? Because why not ask for a DoorDash order? Y'all have to start making this make sense. Then she says, my cousin passed away on New Year's Eve. Rest in peace to your cousin. But I don't think I'm going to be able to go to their funeral because I don't remember her saying it was a man or a woman. Again, you live with your aunt. There's nobody else in your family going to the funeral. It has to be your broken down car. Okay. And this is when she started with the phone is 21%. Oh, oh goodness. The live is 20%. Oh no, it's 19. And then she started to cry, in air quotes. And then she's like, I'm not even going to cry because this isn't even worth it. And I'm not going to let them see me. Girl, if you had any shame about your situation, you wouldn't be on TikTok. And then people were like, you're going to get through it. Like they're trying to be encouraging. And her response is, oh, right, right. It's going to be okay because everybody else has a car and a phone charger and food. No, everybody else doesn't have those. They just choose in their bottomness to try to pull themselves out of it. They choose to try to have a positive outlook because they know that having a negative one isn't going to help. But again, why do you expect somebody else who has to take care of themselves and their own family to take care of you too? You just said everything is expensive. So if me buying groceries has doubled for my family and my income hasn't doubled, why do you think I have money to take care of you? Stop expecting strangers to fund your life. Because the things she goes through are self-made. And then she said, this was funny. Even if I get the money for the charger, if I don't get it in enough time, I won't even be able to pay the money because if the phone dies, I have no way to pay for the charger. So you mean to tell me you don't have a CA card? If you have Zelle, then you have a bank account. You can't get Zelle on Chim and Vimo and CA and PP. You have to have a bank account. And I know with a bank account comes a card. But you can get a card from CA, PP, Vimo, and Chim. So you live with your aunt. Why don't you have a card? I don't believe it. So that's just a pressure tactic to say, I need the money and I need it now because if you don't give me the money now, I'm going to be in trouble. And if somebody was smart enough to be like, well, does your phone, does your car have a charger? And she was like, oh, it's already built in. I just got to stick the cord in. Okay. So she gets offline and she comes back. And somebody in the comments, I don't come right in immediately. And somebody's in her comment section talking about how people on TikTok are so mean and blah, blah, blah. Yes, there are people on TikTok who are extremely mean and cruel and nasty, but that's the world we live in. Not everybody is nice. And then she said, I'm going to stop coming live on here. Don't threaten me with a good time, ma'am. I would love for you not to come on here and beg anymore. She said that she stopped coming live because people were getting on her and calling her a beggar and a scammer. That is not why you stopped coming live. You stopped coming live because you no longer needed the live to fund your life. You had a ready-made ATM and 2 other people. That's why you stopped coming live. So then she tells us that she decided that somebody said they were going to send her $6. So she decided to just go ahead and walk to the store. But woe is me, by the time she got to the store, her phone, her precious, had died. So now she's standing at the door looking sad, and a man, praise to God, asked her, what was wrong. And she explained that somebody had sent her the money for a charger, but woe is me, the phone has died, and so I have no way of getting the money or paying for it. Heaven forbid my phone be dead. And of course, what did she say? God blessed her. And so this man bought her the charger. So that is how she was able to come back all day long. Now, we have no way of knowing if that story is even true. None whatsoever. What was funny, though, is the person who said they was going to send $6 actually did a request for $1 or a chargeback or something. I don't... And she was mad about it. But she gets the charger. And the thankfulness lasted for all of 30 seconds because immediately she needs now a tire and food. But food isn't even a priority. She doesn't care. Just please fix her tire. And then she said, I understand if you guys can't help, but can y'all at least share it to people and tell them to help? Girl, what? So I'm supposed to go to the people that I follow and that follow me and say, hey, there's a girl over here that needs a tire and some food. Can you help out? Picture that. The audacity to think that you can get on this app and demand that your life be funded by strangers and no one's going to talk about you? Well, let me dissuade you of that, because as long as you are on TikTok begging, you have a place on the grid. Take care of your own life. Grow up. Grow up. And stop making all of your life ailments somebody else's problem to fix. Here you want a car repaired that you can't even legally drive. Let's go to the last one of the morning. Well, we got to do it a little backwards. Wait a minute. Wait. Let's do the encouragement of the day. The encouragement and motivation of the day is this. Healing yourself can be offensive to the people that benefited from your brokenness. You notice how every time you try to elevate your man or your woman or your friends or your family don't like it? They want to know why you're changing up on them? That's why. Now, that wasn't even the one for today, but we'll let it be the one for today. How many people have seen this? This is Money Bees 7. And she doesn't show you who she is. She doesn't show you anything about her life other than the refrigerator. And she's not even showing you a live shot of said refrigerator. She is showing you a picture of the refrigerator to say the children haven't eaten. Her name is Money Bees 7. Don't worry, I'll get there. And she'll post stuff like this. Kids have not eaten in 3 days. I'm lost if anyone can help with $1. 3 days? Now, she has EBT, but her EBT doesn't come until the 15th. And why is that any of our business? So then why is anything that's in my wallet your business? They're always like, we're pocket watching them. No, you're pocket watching us. You want what's in our wallet. You don't care if it's to pay my rent, if it's to pay my mortgage, if it's to pay my car note, whatever it is, you don't care about what I might have to pay. So you're pocket watching us. Oh, I know Beggars and Enablers. She's not new. But she's figured out that if she can use the children, because she never mentions that she hasn't eaten in 3 days or 2 days or 1 day. It's always the children haven't eaten. The children didn't have dinner. Because she knows people are going to be like, you're an adult, figure it out. Now, if you have multiple, let me just say this. EBT does not go a long way unless you do things to help it. You can use coupons. You can do sales. No, maybe you can't have steak. Maybe it's chicken legs. Because even chicken wings are expensive. Maybe you have to serve a lot of rice and protein alternatives because meat comes short. Maybe you have to make a lot of spaghetti and some ramen noodles. But there used to be a desire to figure it out. When I tell y'all one of the last things she said, y'all are gonna... So a quick gander down her page revealed some things. This is her. Girl, if you wanted to hide, having photos of yourself on your page ain't the smartest. It's on her page. Everything I'm about to show you has come from her page. She used to mod for Zim. Hilarious. What most might not know, though, is that she used to host a dating show online. For the Love of Peaches show. Them mods for her? Jesus Christ. When I tell you, somebody said the other day, birds of a feather flock together, and it don't get no better than that. So she used to host this show. And I think she gained a little bit of popularity doing that. However, she must have gotten into it with somebody named Callie. Again, I have no idea of the details. I didn't bother to go that far down the rabbit hole because it doesn't really matter. But I just want to give you a rounder view. And again, you don't gotta believe me? Go look on her page. Because that's where all of this came from. So she made a post that said, can Callie and I talk so he can forgive me? And the people in the comments, one person said, the harsh reality is that you have to move on from this love. Even if you apologize to him, I'm sure he already knows you're trying to. That chapter is closed for him. Know your worth. Now, women usually say know your worth when it's somebody you're trying to be with romantically. But I don't know that for sure. I'm just basing it on my wealth of knowledge over years. Someone laughed, and someone else said, obsession is the most unattractive trait. Move on. It's not like you know him personally or ever had anything whatsoever with the man. Let him be and do you. Somebody else said, go to therapy. Someone else said, obsessed isn't even the word. Move on, girl. Just a fan. Someone else called her weird and delusional. This goes all the way back to 2024, by the way. So these were her responses to people telling her she needed to move on. Stop the bullying and harassment. You notice how that's what they come up with anytime somebody doesn't agree with them? You posted, I want to talk to him, and people are telling you to move on. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't what you thought it was. But now that's bullying and harassment. Then she said, y'all such haters. Y'all could not give me nothing for my birthday, and that's okay. Karma don't miss no one. Excuse me? Again, you expect strangers to give you stuff for your birthday, and if they don't, karma is coming? So we see, and now if she's modding for Zim and Kiki, we see the slide into the decline of begging. Again, birds of a feather. And you see she put, today's my birthday if y'all want to show love. I should have marked that out. I apologize that I didn't. And then for this Christmas, she said, please help get my kids Christmas gifts. Now she said get my kids a Christmas, but gifts is plural. And if you know, you know. It shouldn't have been a. It should have just been help get my kids Christmas gifts. I did not. Can you send that to me, Beggars and Enablers? So then she says, I will no longer have the trolls. This is recent now. Now we're at recent times. I will no longer have the trolls come on here making fun of me because I'm black and need help. Nobody wants to help the black community. Unfortunately, which is sad, the trolls will now get blocked. Stop being racist. Sweetheart, I'm black. I can't be racist. You being black has absolutely nothing to do with it. It has to do with the fact that you manipulate people to give you money. Point blank, period. It doesn't matter your race, your age, what part of the country you're in, none of it. None of it. So stop pulling that nonsense. Nobody helps the black community. The people that you mod for get money every day. What you mean people don't help the black community? Oh, if she has another account, please let me know. So now we can do a circle This is the account I've been watching, Money B7, because this is the account that I see her on with the refrigerator. And she resets and comes back, and resets and comes back. So on yesterday, she claims that her kids and herself need food. You sitting there with somebody's like, what's in the pot? And she's like, what did she say? Black eyed peas, you want some? Or could you help send money so we could get some more? The nastiest attitude on the planet. She doesn't remotely sound like she would be thankful. Because whatever you sent probably still wouldn't be enough. And if you try to ask her anything, trying to get to the root of the matter, don't worry, she will mute and block you. She only celebrates people who like the live Send a Daily Heart me. Somebody set a heart, and she used the little sound for clapping. For, not a heart, for a rose. A rose. That you probably get 0.0005 cents for, but you're doing the clapping sound. But if somebody asks you any other question that could even encourage them to help you, you catch an attitude. Now, I was thinking to myself, the kids sound old enough to be in school. And most schools nowadays, I don't know about after the bill that got passed, but nowadays most schools give breakfast and lunch because they recognize that children can't learn properly when they are hungry. And some school districts have gotten so creative that they will even send kids home with food so that they don't go all night without anything. Some do school lunches. They'll open the summer so kids can come in and have lunch during the summer. Or they have a transport van, whatever it is. And she lives in Virginia. So this is what she said though. That A, let me knew she was a liar, and B, what a deplorable liar and mother she is. She actually said, hold on, because I want to make sure I say it right. Where did I write that down? She said, I'm not sending the kids to school because I'm not going to send them to school hungry. Bitch, what? So your children are hungry and you've decided that you're not going to send them to school because you don't want to send them to school hungry. Mind you, they could get at the very least lunch, if not breakfast. Can somebody make that make sense to me? So not only are you depriving them of a potential breakfast and lunch, you're depriving them of their education as well? Because people haven't given you money to feed them? But let me say this. Hungry children don't know how to go sit in a corner and be quiet. They're going to be in your face. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. When are we going to get something to eat? Her house during school hours, is perfectly silent. Perfectly silent. So where are your kids? Girl, you saying that made you look like a Zim or a Kiki, where education isn't important. But I know she's lying. Her kids went to school. And so if you're willing to lie about not sending your kids to school because they're hungry, which doesn't make any sense, I'm supposed to believe everything else? You have food stamps coming on the 15th, my dear. How about you go out there and get a job so you can feed your children, instead of sitting around expecting the government to cover it? And when the government can't cover it, other people should reach into their pockets from their hard-earned money and feed your children. Do you know what mothers would do if their children hadn't eaten for 3 days? Now, I'm not suggesting she go out and commit any illegal crime, but sitting on TikTok trying to figure out if somebody is a troll or not, as the reason or the only way you make yourself even remotely have a possibility, doesn't make any sense. But now that I know that she's around Kiki and Zim, I get why. She does get food stamps. They're coming on the 15th. But it's none of our business. But the new rules, as I showed y'all before, are going to make some of these people have a hard time. I don't even know if she has a car, Sabuki. And then the girl who sent the rose, she said to the audience, make sure you guys follow the top gifters. Girl, what? And I said, oh, she's remembering when she had a gang of people in here sending gifts when she was doing the Lovely Peaches lives. And she's talking like she got 30,000 people in here and everybody's sending her gifts. Go follow the top gifter. The top gifter sent you a rose. You make absolutely no sense. Respectfully, go do something to take care of your own life. We're done. And as long as you continue to come to TikTok to take advantage of people's kindness, I will talk about you. And you can't stop me. As long as there is breath in my body, I will be on the right side of the wrong street. Because I'm not just here to call you out for the sake of calling you out. I do what's called raising the consciousness. Because I want people to understand. I want them to understand the lies and the manipulation. So that when they write somebody and say, please go look them up, they are a scammer. And here are the reasons why, that I've helped you see them. There are probably people reporting the page. And believe me, there are scammers on here. I got a scam note where somebody is like, "Oh, I'm this person and I need this and that." A lot of people, multiple of my accounts got that same scam message. Oh, thank you, Granny Annie. So that's all I have for today. I swear, when I think that I don't have anything, I'm not going to make it to 9:30. I said I was going to do open mic, so I'm going to do it for a few minutes. Is there anybody that would like to come up and discuss either the scammers that I've talked about or some scammers you have been watching? Now is your time. And don't be afraid, I'm gentle. I will turn my internet off and see if that makes it any better. The boxes are open. Y'all cracking me up. I need to have the do 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 do. Okay, here we go. It's fine. All right.
Good morning.
Good morning, love. How
Good
are
morning,
you?
everyone. Just very quickly, Crack Wing Chronicles is back, and it's with a K, Krack. She's going by the
Oh
name of
wow.
Crack of Dawn Love. Um, you can search her name. She's back, not in full force yet. She did escape for a little bit because she got in a relationship and she was housed, but she recently shared that she was evicted, and people were in the chat asking, scam, slam said, oh no. People in the chat were asking, how is it that, you're on Section 8, you have a voucher, and you were evicted? She shared can I say her first name? I'm going to say her initials, MJ. MJ shared that she got into an altercation with the maintenance man, and they put her out, and they did not renew her lease. So she's always a problem everywhere she goes. She was very adventurous. She would get on every day. She even went to like a jazz fest one year selling water bottles. And she was so haughty. She was like, look, I made $40 today selling water and y'all at work. So she's a character and she has made her return.
What was the new name? Crack in Love?
Yeah, so it's Krack of Dawn, DAWN Love, because she created that account when she started dating this lady. And they were housed, they would be on the balcony playing music. So I'm like, okay, she's doing well. But it appears that they have broken up. Um, and yesterday she was literally sitting outside. I mean, she's even taken us to the courtroom when she's had court dates. I'll send you her name. She has mugshots. Um, yes, Colin BS. I don't know if I could say her first and last name, but Dee, I'll send you information on her, but she is back. Oh, thank you, Erica.
Goodness. Yes.
All right, that's it, Dee. I just wanted to share that. She's a
I did
character.
some.
I mean,
Oh no,
yeah.
thank you. That is always welcome. I think I know who she is.
Okay.
But please send me the information.
I will. Okay. Have a great
Thank you.
day.
Thank you. You too, honey. If y'all aren't following my mods, please do, because if there's information you need me to get urgently, send it to them or send it to Instagram. I have hundreds of messages, and every time I follow somebody back, it pushes the messages down even further. So please forgive me. I get a lot of shared lives. If it's somebody you know that I know, don't share it to me because it gets combined with the messages, and I'll have to go through 45 shares of lives that I already knew were happening before I can get to somebody either asking me a question or sending me someone who is maybe a new scammer to me. But I appreciate all of your assistance. Good morning, Fallon. Welcome back.
Good morning again. So, I'm struggling with something, you guys. So there is two people that sit in here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and have sat in here since day one. Dee Dee. I have screenshots back when they were sitting in the Kim Peters days, and then I've got a screenshot of them sitting in your live in December of 2024.
That is
So,
really the early days.
yeah. So, what I'm struggling with is I have seen them in ties with the on the registry and all these horrific charges in his comments in his lives consecutive days this week. But this person sits in here
Wait,
Monday,
Ty
Wednesday, and Friday.
or Ty Verbo? I'm
Verbo.
sorry, excuse me. Which Ty are you refer? Oh, Verbo. Okay, okay.
Yeah. But when I go to message this one, and I always follow the way standard, this is on me because every time I go to message her, she has me blocked. She's had me blocked since January and of last year. So I know that they know what they're doing. I just have always wanted to address it, but it's small beans because she's only clicking like, she's not gifting, but she's in there asking, did you eat? Can you play this song? I love this song. Calm down. It's okay. I know they're bullies. These people are bullying you. And the more that I watch, the more that I just need to know. So Darlene, you're in here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And to block me almost a year ago, and I just thought that at some point it would be okay because beggars and scammers and those exhibiting bad behavior, if you're asking questions, if you're in there just to monitor, I can't say anything. You're in there, so am I. But Darlene, Ty Verbo is a very bad dude. And for you to bring people starting to see you over there and they're messaging me, asking me, isn't Darlene always over in Digital's live? Isn't she always in All for One's live? What's going on with you, Fallon? Didn't you notice that? So I wanted to leave it alone, Digital. I really did. But people are starting to notice, and I don't think that people need to be over there kicking dirt in awareness's face when they're doing the work. I mean, these people are putting it. What did Sherry send messages to? Like something like 100 people the other day. You know, they're pumping out these messages, but if we're not going to walk the walk and talk the talk, then to our own, and go with a little bit of integrity. What are we doing?
Well, is Darlene here?
Yeah, she's here. She's number 43 on the viewer list.
Okay, well, Darlene, would you mind taking a box? Oh, Money Bees just went live.
There we go.
I love when they go live right after I talk about them. Sometimes I know it's because they've watched me and now they want to go live while I'm still live to, state their case. But sometimes it's just coincidental. Darlene,
and while we're waiting on and while we're waiting on Darlene, Pauline, Michael Dean Gooding, Laurie Strode has a video out of his charges. He has a consecutive pattern. He was just talked about in All for One's live, but here you are, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You're always in here, Pauline. So people are starting to notice, and they're starting to message, and people who don't gift is not a priority for me because gifts equal money. But if you're in there actively supporting someone who is a bad guy and has some documented charges, and he's exhibiting bad behavior by taking advantage of people, but what he's using is they're bullying me. They posted my charges and they're bullying me. Ty Verbo, he is on a whole nother level. Yes, he has a mental status that nobody really needs to be messing with him. But he is also using that as, you guys are bullying me. I'm the bad guy. I did this. I did that. And he is crashing out on a daily basis, and you're in there interacting. If you're rubbernecking, that's one thing. Pauline, please don't do that. I did not know.
Hold on,
Don't do that.
Pauline says she didn't.
Pauline, the one thing that is more important than anything else is to do your research. You're in here enough to know to type their screen names up in the top of the TikTok search bar. It will pull back something. You have the autonomy to reach out to people, any of us. But see, guess what, Pauline? You got me blocked. So what does that tell me? 2 and 2 are equaling 4 here, Pauline. Just because you have me blocked doesn't mean I don't see you. Doesn't mean that I don't get messages about you. Ty is got on the registry. This Michael Dean Gooding, you are feeding into, they're bullying me. Hell yeah, they're going to bully him. They got questions. It's not bullying. Truth is not bullying. These are some pretty horrific things.
It's not always fun, but it's the truth.
Yeah. And that's something you used to say a while back,
Well,
Dee Dee, was, people get upset because they think we're bullying them, but actually what it is they don't like their reflection whenever we put it back on them. This is what you're doing. So when we record their words and we put it on the screen and we make our own videos like Hope does and Bugs does, and we're putting the clips out, that they don't like that. And they're like, they're bullying me. No, those are your words. You just don't like your reflection. You don't like the truth. That part, Lady Day. Why do we care if why do we care if anybody at their big age ate? Do we need to take care of, and do we need to walk around? Do you bump into someone on the street, Pauline and Darlene, and ask, did you eat today? From just some stranger? Why is it our business?
Pauline, let me say this. Well, I appreciate the fact that you are at least communicating. If you see somebody who is begging on TikTok, this is advice for everybody, and it's your first time coming across them, write down their screen name, put it in the search bar, and see. Because this larger community, it might not be me. I don't talk about Ty Verbo. I know who he is, but I don't talk about him. But there's other people who do. There are other people who make videos and the such to prove what kind of person he truly is. Go look. To say, well, I don't research anybody, but is consistently in a live with someone who is begging and you're saying really nice things, it is incumbent upon you to take the time to do the research to make sure that your support isn't going to the trash. Because people in the community, and there are hundreds of us, are always going to be watching. And if you've been in here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then you have seen red flag after red flag after red flag that should, at the very least, inspire you to do a little research about the people that you watch who are begging. Now, again, if you want to go in and say hello, I'm not knocking your head off for that. But if you are engaging in a way that allows them to cry their story even louder. When somebody sees a nice lady named Pauline taking concern, then other people feel like, well, this must be a safe space because nice Miss Pauline wouldn't be asking him if he ate today. She's been here longer than me. So I'm going to look at you and trust what you do. So please be mindful. This isn't about deleting him. You can watch him if you want, but take the extra 2 minutes that if you see somebody on here begging, just search them and see if there are any videos made about them. And then you get a broader understanding of who they are. Because they're not going to tell you the parts of them that are bad. Do you think that the young lady I just talked about is going to say again that she doesn't send her kids to school because they're hungry? She's not.
And there's two different situations, and that's me for bringing up Darlene and Pauline at the same time, but it was the same context, the same spectrum, where people see you and they see you here and they see you in All for One's chat, and then they're like, what's going on? And see, it's not about you actually being it, Pauline. I'm talking directly to you, Pauline. It's not about you being in the chat watching, rubbernecking, whatever, because people are in there too. So they wouldn't be able to report back to me and say, oh, I saw Pauline in there, because they're in there as well. They're not going to rat themselves out. You are actively in their comments, this Michael Dean Gooding telling him, yeah, they're bullying you. They shouldn't, they're always riding you. They're always wanting to know why you did this and why you did that. But remember, we had this conversation 4 months back about Tim and Angela, where you were telling them about this lady who had a house that was trying to invite them to come and stay with them, which is dangerous. Tim and Angela have already been evicted by family out of a home that they took advantage of because they were lazy and didn't take care of it and maintain it. Could you imagine if they moved in with somebody on the internet, what they would do? Hippie Harley has
Or what
harmed
the person on
someone.
the internet might do to them.
Well, true, yes.
I mean, just because someone says you can come live with me doesn't mean that they're a good or a safe person either. Hold on. I have an Ankush Bahora that's asking for the box. Good morning, everybody coming in. Or do you actually want the box, or did you hit it by mistake?
Moderators, keep your finger on that button, because it's the first time I've ever seen that person, and they said me 14 times in this live.
Who's that? That's the person I just said?
Yeah.
Oh, you want a box. Let me invite you up. Oh, we didn't want the box.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they dropped out of that real quick. Oh, don't threaten me with a good time, because I'm going to jump on it every time.
And Pauline, I understand you don't watch Tim and Angela anymore, but it was when we had the conversation months back and you were in their comments. People see those comments. They are looking for people to message. Sherry's looking for people to new people's names that she recognizes to message and say, hey, before you get any grief or your heart broken, these people have been doing this for almost 2 years now. Probably longer than that, but we only have active receipts on 2 years. So we're trying to save people some heartache. Just like I was talking about Bonnie Sims and her horrific car crash from somebody that was inebriated. She has a powerful testimony to be able to tell people about her testimony, how someone who was inebriated from whatever substance harmed her and her family. And she could be on here in a community telling her story, or come over here and tell her story about people in active addiction. But instead, she's giving them money, that she could give money to local DARE programs or some type of, her husband loves rock music. He could give it to that program. But no, instead they're giving it to Jeff Gainey and to Carol Edwards. everybody's got a story. You just have to look at their pages and research it. And Pauline, I've just seen you more than I could imagine. But I couldn't talk to you about it because I'm blocked. We're just here to help. We're not here to ostracize anybody. I hope I see you in here on Monday. But at the same time, I hope I don't see you in the comments telling people who have these horrific charges, oh, it's okay, people are just mean.
Pink Moonstorm, do you want a box? Really? Key snatched. When did that happen? I'm sure she'll try to say I had something to do with that too. Okay.
Are your ears ringing?
I mean, she's
Good
behind the
morning.
scenes still texting me. Can we stop? Good morning.
Um,
Wait, one thing before you get started, Pink. I want to say this. Let me be very clear. A call out in here isn't going to devolve into name calling, cursing you out, going off on you. I don't do that. And I don't allow it. So being asked to come in the box doesn't mean that you're going to have your face ripped off from behind.
That's right.
We're just going to talk. Okay? Somebody hold on. Key snatch. Wait 1 second, because I want to ask you some questions. Good morning, MLA. Pink Moon, go ahead. I'm sorry.
all right. Sorry to bother anybody. I was just jumping in. It's not about who you're talking about now, but I know you. I hope the other night, the live that I sent you, Dee, I was not bothering you by any means. Do you know who I'm talking about? Can I say her name here? I don't want to
Sure.
disrupt anybody. Huh?
Who was it?
When I sent you TikTok President's Live about Christina, I hope I did not bother you the other night when I sent you that live.
No, I'm over there all the time.
Okay, I
Thank
didn't
you
know,
for sending.
but I just, I
No.
know you've tried to bring awareness to her, Christina, not TikTok President. I know they're both the same name. But I just thought, if you might want to know what was going on, because I know you have tried to help this girl just by talking to her. And
Right.
I wish she would get herself some help herself and just leave the men alone. That's what,
Correct.
The scammers, but, I sent it to you because I thought you would want to know. I don't send many lives to many awarenesses unless I know you have covered them, or what I'm saying, because I don't get inboxes very often.
I appreciate you. Well, thank you for getting mine. You don't have to worry. That was fine.
Okay, all right. I
And
just
I
wanted to
appreciate
double
you.
check. All right, you ladies have a wonderful day, and thank you for letting me up.
Sure. Do you know how to get down? Oh, I guess she left.
Oh, she's faster than
Hold
me getting
on.
out of the box. Wish I was that fast.
I know. Yes, have a great day and a wonderful weekend. Oh, that was somebody else. Well, Pauline, I hope that you at least take from us the intent that we want you to be what's the word I'm looking for? Intentional about who you follow, who you communicate with, because the hills have eyes and so does TikTok. And they are definitely going to notice you being over there and being here, even if you are silent. But I want people to be here to learn so that they're able to take it and pass it forward. Share with the next person. I learned these things by being in a live, so be careful, whatever the case may be. And I appreciate you coming in and being willing to at least talk about it, even if you didn't come in the box.
Good morning, Dee Dee.
Good morning, little bit. How you feeling?
A lot better, feeling a lot better. Thank you. I just wanted to,
Good.
I don't know if who it was that you were talking about that said somebody had requested money instead of giving money, they requested money. I don't know who you're talking about, but
Yes.
I don't know if you saw it or not, but um Jordan, you know how she goes on live very late at night now and stays on. I was up late last
Hmm.
night and I happened to scroll into her live and she was on there in a huge tizzy. I mean, throwing a huge fit that somebody sent her $1 and then on PayPal and then went to PayPal and said that she was supposed to send them something and they and requested a $30 $50 refund. It was either 30 or 50, I forget.
Wow.
And PayPal gave them back the money. She said
All
that
of
was
the
supposed to
money?
be. They gave her the whatever the $30 or $50 was, and because she even showed the receipt, and it was a
It
legit
was $30.
receipt,
Wait
and
a
I
minute. So
lost
somebody
it.
sent her a penny and they got $30
They
back?
got 30 back.
Yo,
I completely lost it.
the
I was
scammer getting scammed is
I was
hilarious.
crying. I was laughing so hard. I said, "Oh, if this is not karma."
Wait, hold on, but if that's not us, right? That's not anybody under the awareness
No,
umbrella doing anything deceptive because I don't like
it
that.
wasn't. It wasn't anybody that I
I
know of
don't,
in here.
Okay,
yeah, I
okay,
don't,
okay, okay.
listen, this is the thing though. To take $30 from her that you didn't send is
Oh,
shady to me.
it was a fee, not okay. It was a fee. It was the fee, a return fee that PayPal charged Jordan. So yeah, that's what it was. But I was weak, and she's like,
Wait a
"That
minute, it
was
was top 4 ways?
it top four ways? It was her stalker. Yeah, it must have been because
Wow.
that's who she says. There's always her stalker." But I was weak. I said, "You've got to be kidding me." And so this is now going to be how she loves to take her stories and just repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats the entire time. And then she'll throw something else in there. So yeah, this is going to be one of her new grabs.
But
Yeah.
this is the thing. If it was top 4 ways, they've been talking behind the scenes. So you just created a narrative for the person that you say is taking advantage. Like you literally gave her new grift. Why would you do that? Because that
She's
makes the rest of us look shady.
top four ways is talking to Jordan Paul behind the scenes.
Yes.
Now I knew she
Yes.
was talking to Sheena behind the scenes. She got Sheena. She talked Sheena into the directions and how to get off that rewind or whatever it is where they show the lives, um where the lives are recorded and people can come back and get them and then restream the previous live, which is what the sheep show was doing with Sheena.
So my DMs are
Now,
blowing up. I
Georgina,
feel
I saw proof of
Mm,
maybe I saw proof of her having a conversation about Jordan. My
it was
mistake.
I
But
know
this
I
is the
know that.
thing. Charging
Mhm.
her, giving her a $30 fee for a penny is only giving her new grift.
Mhm. Yeah, cuz I know
She put charges on Jordan.
she put what?
See, this is the thing. Initially, that seems funny, right? That the scammer got scammed. But we're not doctors, but we kind of have a creed of do no harm. And if you are causing her to get charged for $30, right? That means that she now has to beg somebody else to give her the $30 to cover that fee, and then even more money to pay for the hotel room. So you didn't harm her. You've only harmed the people who support her, because she's just going to ask for the money.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, I'm going to put out a disclaimer. All this that just transpired is not hardcore fact or anything. This is hearsay. We were walking through. This is the first I'm hearing of this. Dee Dee's hearing of this. She may have heard some things before she got on. Y'all don't take any of this out of here, because we don't know. We don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's all
we can research.
allegedly.
Yeah,
It's all allegedly.
and I'm just telling you what I'm just telling
know.
y'all what I saw this morning. That's all, or last night. That's all I was doing.
Right,
All right,
right.
but if anybody's doing anything
Because I don't.
deceptively
I'm
under
looking at I'm
awareness,
sorry.
sorry, Dee Dee, I'm breaking up over here. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
I just want to make sure that if we're doing anything deceptive, that we are not signing off on that. I will never sign off on doing anything deceptive in the name of awareness.
Oh, and I'm not, and I'm not either. And I'm not saying it's funny as in ha ha funny. I'm just saying it's like almost, it's just, it's crazy that happened to somebody who sits on here and, and begs and begs and begs.
Yeah. We will. This is my first time hearing it, and I'm looking at the comments, and I'm going back and forth with the comments.
Mhm.
So let me say this. Somebody, and I'm not going to put it on Top 4 Ways because I do not know that for sure. I was reading the comments, and I did see proof of her talking to somebody behind the scenes. You guys are saying Sheena. I thought it was Jordan. My mistake. Somebody sent her a penny and supposedly got a fee imposed upon her for said penny. Did I say Sherry? I meant Sheena. Who admitted it? Either way, to cause harm to somebody isn't what I think we should do. It's one thing to not give money. It's one thing to encourage other people not to give money. But to intentionally cause harm, in my opinion, is taking it too far. Because the only thing she is going to do with that fee, if in fact it happened, is beg harder. It's not going to cause her to work harder or go out and get a job or do anything. You have now given her her next grift. Now
And
she has quote unquote proof of something that look and see what they did to me.
mhm.
And now she's going to say it was all of awareness, that we're all doing the same thing, that me, when I talk about her, which I very rarely do now, that we're all in cahoots, that we all find it funny. And now that is a black stain that the rest of us are going to have to try to say, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that. And nor do we condone it.
And I
That's the
apologize.
problem.
And I apologize for laughing at it. I apologize for thinking it was funny. It was just, to me, it was so awkward. It was crazy. But you are right. You are absolutely right. It's not funny because because this is just going to give her the next sword in the fight, so to say.
Yeah, I get it. And I get why initially it might feel funny because we all
Mm-hmm.
know that Jordan is taking advantage of people. I get it. But we have to think 10 steps ahead. What does that end up doing?
And you're right. You are absolutely right.
And so I apologize if I laid a false flag on anybody because that's not what I do. But that's shocking.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was Top Four Ways that did it. You know, she blames Top Four Ways for every single thing that happens. So I did not realize that she blamed her, but it makes sense that she did. And now that is just going to be the next thing that she's going to keep talking and talking and talking about.
Yeah. And we can agree to disagree on this, guys. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
say. Agreeing with me is not mandatory. It's okay that some people find it okay and some people don't. I personally don't because I think that now she's going to say, look at what they do. And the problem is the other scammers, they watch each other. And then they'll be up talking about, can you believe that somebody who claims that they're a part of awareness or they do awareness work did such and such to somebody? And then the next person will use it. And then the next person will use it. And the next thing I know, people are sending me messages. Did you such and such and such and such?
Everybody here does a really damn good job at reporting the cash apps and the things that make an impact. And so I don't want anybody to let up on that because they're thinking, oh, well, I heard a kind of a dust up in Dee Dee's live, and should I or shouldn't I? Absolutely report the cash apps and the PayPals and all the payment methods. So I want that to make sure that is number one, understood. And then the second part, that we don't like any type of deception whenever we're trying to bring awareness.
This is the thing, MAGA girl. If someone who gave her the money under the impression that they were helping her and they did a chargeback and she got the fee, to me, absolutely justified. But for you, who you know what's going on, to send her a penny just for her to get the fee, like, I don't know, that just doesn't sit right with me. Oh, so Tim Dash did a thing talking about baiting people with his CA, but I don't understand how. Yeah, whatever. Just understand that now she's going to say that that's what we do. Just know that that's what's going to come next. The third one, you wanted to come up. Okay, well, I mean, I understand why people would enjoy that. I get it. I just disagree. But we can disagree here, guys. I do not require that because I don't agree with some stuff that other people agree with. Like, it's okay. It just threw me off.
We got to get a little grace here too, because this is the first time I'm hearing about this, and I Dee Dee, you didn't sound too sure, so we're just hearing about this. We're having a conversation. That's kind of what we do whenever we're, talking on the DMs as well. We're fact finding, and then once we find facts, we can bring it back. But I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm relying on what you guys have seen and heard. Crystal, yes, she will blame who she calls her stalker, right? And let's remember, it used to be a different stalker that she used. It used to be a different stalker. She's just transferred stalkers from one person to the other. It is less about her and more about what the other scammers will use. Because remember, right after Reese had her unfortunate incident, how many of them came to their lives and say, my mental health is bad. They're going to push me to do something. Look at what happened to Reese. How many of them did that? So it doesn't have to happen to them. It doesn't have to be real. It could have literally been specifically between two people who are at each other. But they will use it to say that that's what we do as a collective. And then the people who support them without looking for any evidence are going to run around here and say that's what they do. So the issue between the two people you may find okay. I'm concerned about the broader impact, I guess. And maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I should just worry about what I do right here and stick with that. I don't know. This is surprising. This hit me like a ton of bricks. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal, I agree. But as always, I can't tell anybody what else to do because I'm not going to let anybody tell me what to do, right? And so people make decisions for themselves, and I have to let it sit where it sits, right? Again, let me apologize. If I put any false jackets on Top Four Ways and said she was talking to Jordan behind the scenes, my mistake. Because I don't have it in front of me. I know what I saw, and maybe what I'm remembering is wrong.
Well, she did
So let
talk
me be
to
explicitly clear.
Jordan behind the scenes, but it was a while back after Rick had bit a chunk out of Jordan's arm. She was offering Jordan a muzzle for Rick because she said she was going to get him a muzzle. So that did happen a
Yep, I
while
remember
back.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
now the
that's not what
newest
I was thinking about.
now the newest one is
I'm
that
not gonna try to pretend. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to
yeah.
pretend that that's what I was remembering because that's not what I was remembering. I
Mhm.
just remember seeing screenshots of her talking to somebody, and in my mind it was Jordan, but people in the comments are saying that it was Sheena.
Mhm.
So I got it wrong. Again, y'all know what I say. I don't care about being right. I care more about being accurate. And I can't
Mhm.
stand when somebody puts a false jacket on me. So I have no place in putting a false jacket on somebody else. So again, I apologize if that's what I did because that wasn't my intention. Hold on. I got a couple more people.
Hello?
Dang,
Yeah,
why do I always do
yeah,
the
we
wrong
just
thing? Hey,
this developed. Sheena stated on live. Yeah, yeah, she talks to beggars. They talk off the phone. That's her friend, she said. Why, is there a problem? And her daughter is in a Discord with Sheena's daughter River. So it's a big spew. It's been developing for the last for a couple of days. But there's been, I mean, people have put screenshots of beggars being mean. So much has been put out there. I reposted stuff. I put stuff in the chat before. Yeah, but Sheena herself said that she's
listen.
talking to beggars behind on the phone.
Okay,
So
well, this is what I'll say. If people have a problem with the way TikTok beggars is doing it, then they need to go tell her.
yeah,
Fluffy chick, they need to go tell her. It's not going to be debated in here. To
Oh,
wait, what's your
I'm
name?
just letting
To
you know.
Fluffy chick, you are 100% correct. No, I know. But I don't want anybody to get the false impression that we're going to sit here and have a debate about whether what she does is right or wrong. I'm not going to
Right,
devolve
right,
myself into that.
right.
She isn't here,
That's not where
and
your platform's about, Dee Dee.
right. I'm not. I don't do the call out of people.
Right, right. You do, yeah. Yeah, it's not what your
I
platform is
try to
about. So.
stay focused.
Right. And you do a damn good job
That's
of
what I
it.
just told you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It just came as a shock. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
It's it's
It threw me off.
it's been developing for the last, yeah, it's been developing for a couple of days. It's been a shit show, yeah,
Okay.
so
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
All
gonna go ahead
right.
and step down, Dee Dee, but
Thank
I
you.
wanted to thank you for letting me come up.
Always, little bit.
All right, love you. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. Oh, Fluffy, I didn't see anybody say that. So, and I can't say nobody said it, but I'm certainly not sitting here saying that. I'm not suggesting that at all. Hello, Red Wing.
Good morning.
Good
All
morning.
right. Couple of things with Tim Nash. Uh, since he's claiming he's got this job, our next watch on his bag, he's probably going to be begging for work boots, clothes for work, that sort of thing. So
Correct.
we're going to definitely want to keep an eye and ear out on that one. Second, when we're talking about the scammers, guys, I get it's easy to kind of make fun of them a little bit, but I'm going to use an example. I was surfing a little bit, and there were comments about Tim Nash being toothless. And it kind of hit home a little bit on me because I lost all my teeth. And not all people who are toothless got them from rug use. There's a fine line between, I don't know how to put this. There's a fine line between teasing and making fun of somebody and being malicious.
Right. Red, I'm sorry. Dee Dee, I'm gonna drop. I came up to tell you that. That's all I came up to do, but thank you for allowing me in the box.
Of course. You know you always
All right.
have a
All right.
box.
All right. All right.
Red Wing,
Yeah,
Red Wing, I agree with you 110%. I don't like the bullying because we don't know what people, we don't know what the people who we sit next to have been through.
right.
I'm
Because
a big back. When I hear people make fun of people who are fat, I'm like, and? Or people who are older, or people who might be on Medicaid or Medicare or EBT, or you don't like what their face looks like. In my opinion, it is not necessary to do that to bring awareness to their bad behavior. But some people, and there's a lot of them, that enjoy that kind of content. I
right.
just do not.
I mean, I get he's a vile person. He's done horrible things. He's stolen valor. He's the lying about cancer. I hate that, but at the same time, we need to be we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard. Because if we're gonna start sinking to the position of I'm gonna make fun of you just because you're toothless, you're not doing any better than they are, really. There's
I
got to be a
agree.
line, and that's all I'm trying to do is just to remind you guys. Let's not make fun of them. I understand it's hard, especially with Nash and what he's done and what he continues to do. But all I can say is let's try to be a little better for ourselves, if nothing else.
Thank you for that reminder. We need it.
Sometimes it helps to be reminded. And I know I sound like a bad person for it. Or I might come across a little
What?
acerbic or rude,
Not at
but
all.
I'm just trying to remind you. There's some of us that you don't know. Like if I wouldn't have told you today, and I had my dentures, and you would never know. I have the same issue. I don't have my teeth anymore, and it's because I had bad enamel because of my mom. Genetics suck sometimes, but it came. I lost my teeth because I ended up getting put on methotrexate for RA. I got sick a lot, which eroded the enamel faster, and that's why I lost my
Wing,
teeth in
Red
general.
Wing, you don't have to share your personal medical business. It doesn't matter why you lost them. It wouldn't matter if you sucked on sugar your entire life. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter why he lost his either. It's
I'm
not
a
a point that makes him any
I
better
used to
or
be
any
addicted to
worse of a
soda.
person.
I recently broke
So
my
have a
soda
lot.
addiction, and that was, soda addiction, and the sugar in soda definitely doesn't help
Yes.
anything.
Every time I open a can, I think about it.
Oh yeah, you're like,
But
I
I
really
appreciate you
shouldn't be
coming up
doing
and
this.
saying that. Right.
It's like I don't need this, but I
It
want
doesn't
it.
matter. Right.
But I'm gonna go ahead and drop. I just
Okay.
wanted to remind everybody that we gotta let's do better for ourselves, and you know, just keep in mind everybody's got a past and we don't know. So
Correct.
I love you
Hold
guys.
on, because I want to invite somebody else up. Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful day and a great weekend. Thank you again
You too.
for
I'm going to bed. I
the
worked
reminder.
last night, so
Dang, why did I move this? Hold on, I'm looking for somebody, guys. It's one. Oh, here we go. Fluffy Chick, are you still in here? Fluffy Chick, you're still here? I think I just seen you join. Hold on, all for one. Do you mind coming in the box real quick? Okay, no problem. I'm gonna let all for one come up, and so that. But let me know when you're ready to come in.
Good morning, Dee Dee.
Good morning.
Hey, Lori Strode pointed me to a live this morning. It was very, very concerning. It was a young lady that was live that was asking for $200 for rental assistance. Now, I offered her the resources and the rental assistance resource. She completely ignored it, but she had someone else in her box that literally put out her entire banking information online. And we're talking routing numbers, account information. And I want to make note to everyone. I have the individual's name, so does Lori. Some individuals in the awareness community reached out to this woman and stated and sent her messages in reference to sharing any personal and private information like that. Lori does have the recordings of it going down. So I just want to make sure that everybody's aware. Do not put any of that information out whatsoever. We all know that in the awareness community. This woman obviously did not take the hint. So I just want to let you know that. And she does
Please,
not
if
want
you see it.
resources because she completely ignored me. So I just wanted
Right.
to.
Well, send me the name so I can watch her, and maybe if she fits the grid, she could be up here. But
Absolutely.
that's awful.
Yeah, I know. And it was very
But it seems like
concerning.
she doxed herself, right?
Yes. She
She
literally
doxed
doxed
herself.
all of her banking information literally online.
Golly, you are asking to be scammed. I'm sorry.
Correct. So, but I just wanted to come
Wow.
up and let you know that I will send you and forward you all any and all information for you to you.
Okay.
Other than that,
All right.
everybody enjoy your weekends.
You too.
Thanks.
Thank you for coming out. You need to send me when you're gonna go live, sir. I keep missing it.
Yes, ma'am. I will certainly will. Um, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it this weekend for another live, but it will definitely be next week, and it's going to be Jordan Paul, Pretty Little Hobo, and Tim and Angela, and it's going to be their supporters,
Hey,
their enablers, and their mods are all going up because.
fantastic. I definitely want to be there for that.
Alrighty, thank you very much, dear. You have a great weekend.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
Bye bye. I know you're a little out of breath. That's okay. I'm gonna invite you anyway. Oh wait, is it gonna let me invite you? It's not gonna let me invite you. You got a request. Please. Oh, you were following the wrong Fallon? Oh, okay. Hold on, sunshine. I see you.
Hey, Dee
Good
Dee.
morning, Fluffy. How are you today?
Good
I'm
morning.
sorry you're out of breath,
Yeah, I'm
and I've
64 and I
asked you
get
to
out and
come up.
walk, so it's kind of like,
Oh, nice.
so it's
Good
not
for
like back in the
you.
day when you're young and you can get out
I
and
need to
walk,
do
you
some
know?
more walking. Yeah. Okay, little Ray.
Well, my job, I do it
So
for my
I'll
job
be.
too.
Oh, okay. So I didn't want to be unfair and allow one person to come in the box with what they thought was accurate, and you know the other side that I don't know.
I
So
know.
I just
I
want
know, and I've been watching you for a long time. Yeah. I mean, and it wasn't, I just didn't like the misinformation when it came in. It was $1. It wasn't $1. That's all. If you're going to come up, just say
no.
what it
But
was.
please,
It wasn't
if
$1.
you know
She
what
didn't
it
get
is
the money.
accurately,
That
if can you just please
do
explain
do what?
what part of it is accurate?
Well, when a little bit, and sorry, a little bit, because you probably just got part of it, where she said that she sent her $1. It was a penny, and that she got the
Okay.
money. She didn't. It was a service charge. So that's all. That's all it was.
Okay.
So nothing, that's all. And I sit in
Okay.
there.
You
There's
also
some I don't.
go
I
ahead.
refuse to go in. I've sat in other awareness that there's not awareness anymore. So I pick and choose, and I like Top Four Ways. I do. I like her. Jordan bullies her. Jordan sits and lies. I don't talk to anybody behind the scenes. Nobody. Never have. Well, I can't say never have because I used to be in a Discord, which that'll never happen again. So I just kind of go in like I come in the morning with you, and then the evening. Like I said, I'm 64. I work and I come home. This is my TV.
Yep, I get it.
So that's all.
Well, thank you for watching
That's
me.
that's all. It was just the dollar thing or the penny. Absolutely. I've been
You
around a
also
long
hold
time.
on.
I mean, before you got
Question.
big, Before you got big, you used to have like 50. Okay.
Yeah. Let me ask you this
See if I
question.
got
You
an answer.
said that there was misinformation about her talking to Sheena. Can you explain that part?
Yeah, she doesn't talk to her every night. She helps Sheena get off rewatch. And because
What's
people,
rewatch?
they weren't watching Sheena, they were replaying her lives. And Sheena doesn't know, I guess, a whole lot about technology. So all she did was tell her how to get off rewatch. So it's not every night she talks to her and then she gets on and streams her. So, you know, I mean, it's crazy
But
what some people come up with, but
isn't
it's
that
okay.
double sided though? You get off rewatch so people can't watch the
I don't,
rewatch, but you can watch it by streaming her. Like that's weird.
well, I think, don't you do you pay for rewatch? Is there a charge on that?
I
I
don't
don't
have
know.
any
I don't know a whole
idea.
lot
I've
about
never heard
rewatch.
of rewatch before.
Yeah,
I just
see,
I
neither do
find it
I.
interesting
Neither do I.
that people can't watch her on
I guess because
rewatch.
Sheena was complaining about it. I Yeah. I
Okay.
guess Sheena was complaining about it, and she thought people were coming in and streaming her, you know, and then recording her and then showing it later. She didn't know anything about rewatch, so But I mean, Top Four Ways has already told Sheena, you know, I'm going to stream you and I'm going to call you out for your gift begging and all that, and she does. So what else is there? I mean, she calls her out on it.
Mhm.
And when you think Sheena's going to be okay, she's not. She goes right back. So
Of
she
course.
doesn't.
Of
People say she
course.
supports her. She doesn't send her money. She doesn't send her groceries. She doesn't. So I don't know when people say she supports her. Support is money, getting in her chat, chatting. That's support to me. That's like when I come in here to you. I support you. I don't go into any of the scammers' lives. I'll watch people when they're streaming them. I won't even go in and give them a view. So it is what it
Okay.
is. I'm
But that's
64. I'll go where I want.
absolutely
Yeah. And
right.
that's
And
not
that's
towards
what I'm
you,
saying.
at all.
No, I know. I know. The same way that nobody is going to tell me how to run this program because it's me and my work, I'm not going to tell anybody
Exactly.
else. I have my opinions about
And
it.
girl,
And when I see something, I'm going to say something, but people are allowed to go where they want to go. All I say is this.
exactly. And
If
girl,
you see somebody,
girl,
if you see somebody that's willing to dox a scammer, do not be surprised if you get doxxed. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my opinion.
well, when Jordan says that Top Four Ways doxed her, she did. Jordan doxed Top Four Ways first. I mean, there's proof out there. She doxed where she lives. She doxed her cars. She doxed her everything about her. So when Jordan goes, no, I didn't. Yes, she did. We all seen it. We were there. We all seen it. So that was Jordan. She can say, I don't believe anything. Jordan comes on HIGH every night. Now we know why she didn't come on at night. She's got the blinkies. That's what we call it, the blinkies. But, people are always I think they're going to keep giving to Jordan no matter what. She's got her
And
fans,
the trolls
enablers,
are
whatever you
helping her
call them.
do
She's
so.
always going to,
The
she's always
trolls are
going
helping
to
her
get
do
it.
so. Well, we'll
Yeah,
see.
but I think the trolls
But
go in and talk to her. I don't think the trolls give her money.
no. But
And she's
by
got her own little
trolling
trolls
her,
because
that
yeah,
when the trolls
yeah.
troll her and
I
say
agree.
things
I
about her
agree.
grandmother and stuff like that, people feel bad and then they're gonna give their money.
Yeah. And we'll never know who those trolls are because that is just sick. You know what I mean? That's not good when, people talk about her grandmother and all that. But we'll never know who those trolls are, Dee Dee, because there's so many people that don't like her and then get off of that. There's some sick people in this world, so we'll never know.
I
Because when she
agree.
says, oh, Top Four Ways, people come over there, we don't go. Nobody goes over there. I've never been in Jordan Paul's live. nobody goes over there and says anything to Jordan. She knows everybody that's in Top 4 Ways Live. As soon as you go in the door, she'll block them. So when she says that, and now in what I said earlier, that you talked about awareness, Jordan will bring that up now, because Jordan listens, or her people will listen. Now she'll blame awareness. Jordan can't think for herself when it comes to things like that. She has a whole script wrote out of what she talks about and repeats herself.
Agreed.
So, but that's just how Jordan is.
Well, I agree with that part.
That's how she is.
Well, thank you for
but you're doing
coming up.
amazing
I
over here.
appreciate
I mean,
it.
like I said, I've been around a long time. When people were telling you how to run your platform, I was around then too. So I've seen it. So,
Thank
girl,
you.
just keep doing you.
I
But if I feel
appreciate it.
something in my heart and I'm in the chat, because I usually don't speak out, but when I see something, I'm going to say something, so.
Absolutely. And I
It's
didn't
just when
want
somebody
what
calls
you
somebody
said
out,
to
let
just sit in
somebody
the
be
chat.
here. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
believe me,
Yeah. So
Fluffy,
that's all.
that needs
That's
to
all.
go. That needs to be in every case, 110%.
Yeah. Yes.
I didn't. The thing is, when I
Yes.
post the
Yes.
live,
And I know
people
you're fair.
comment,
Yep.
and so I
Yep.
wanted you to be
And
able
I
to
know you're
say
fair.
out
So,
loud what it is. I try to be.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah. It
thank you
wouldn't
for
to run
coming
my
up.
day. If I didn't, it wouldn't to run my day, Didi. Thank
No,
you for
but
having
I
me.
have to think
I'll see
about.
you
Okay,
Monday.
I'll see you Monday.
Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
love. Bye.
Bye bye. Have a great weekend. Let me be clear. When I post,
You
TikTok
too.
doesn't attach the chat to the live. So I just download it and post it. And so people don't see the comments. So they hear the conversation, but they couldn't see Fluffy correcting the record. So it was important for her to be able to come up and correct the record so that it doesn't feel or sound one-sided. Beggars, listen. People have to do what they do, and people have to choose if they agree with it or not. I don't know. Anyway, somebody else wanted to come up. And then I'm going to get out of here. Didn't I say I think we're going to get out of here early today?
Hey, DD, how are you?
Good morning. How are
I'm
you?
doing good. Happy Friday, everybody. Yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know the lady that All for One was talking about, and Lori, about the lady getting in the box and she doxed herself. That's actually her sister that got up there and doxed herself for her sister.
Oh.
I was just in her box, and she got mad at it. She says, "Why do you care? That's my sister," you know? And
What?
she cares nothing about nobody. She let her own sister dox herself, called the bank and everything, giving her maiden name and everything right there.
What?
Absolutely.
Somebody has to send that to me because I got to go see that myself.
Lori should have it. And,
Okay, yeah. All for One said he was gonna send it to me
and
because I have got. Okay, little Ray, you too,
she
honey. I'm
cares.
sorry you didn't get to come up.
She said she's got to have $200 by, I think it's 1:00. She cares nothing about what you have to offer. Uh, she just wants money. And she's pretty agitated at this point that nobody's helping. And she's a man hater.
Okay. Oh, well, that's. Wait a minute, little Ray. You can come up because you asked. I'm not gonna end before you asked. I apologize. I forgot. Well, I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna go see
I
who
just didn't
they
want a
are.
bunch of people messaging this lady because Lori did, and Lori showed me that even the lady said it's her sister, and so there's no sense messaging this lady. She don't care.
Mm.
She's just a vile
It's like
human.
you're asking for it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this lady put all her stuff out there.
Jesus.
Even said, she had 200 in the bank. It's wild behavior. I don't get it.
It is wild behavior. Well, thank you for letting
But
me
definitely
know
somebody to be
that.
on the watch out for, because asking for that kind of money, she's offering to pay it back in 2 weeks, and from the looks of it, it's just going to be a daily grind with her. Sitting in a car saying she don't have her license, but she's in a car getting ready to drive. So, but anywho, everybody have a good
It's
Friday.
hold on, guys. I'm not gonna share that out yet because right now so much of their personal information is going out that the last thing we need is 300 people to show up in the live. So give me a minute. Hold on, Lil Ray. Request the box. I apologize. I didn't mean to say I was gonna end without because you did ask to come up. I'm not in that much of a rush.
I'll see you later, DD.
Okay, thank you, thank
Uh,
you. I appreciate you coming up and sharing
appreciate you as
that.
well. Have a good day.
You too. Little Ray, do you still want to come up, dear? Beggars, listen. That side of weird I don't want no part of. Okay, maybe she had to go. This life has been crazy. Sometimes it goes left. That was certainly my plan for today. But time will tell. Makes me respect social distancing. Facts. I love COVID. I can't even front. I not what happened to people and all of that. That everybody had to stay home. Nobody was running the streets. I loved every minute of that. I loved being like, I can't go anywhere. There's COVID out there. Meanwhile, Mr. going to work every day. The only thing I was sad about is my father passed away during COVID, and we had to have a COVID funeral. Nobody could come, not even family. I think it was 10 of us at the funeral. That's the only thing that really affected me personally. He didn't pass from COVID, but there were so many people who wanted to be involved. I think there were over 1,000 people online. Okay, Rochester. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it was sad. It was so different from my mom's, where everybody was able to come. She had died a year and a half earlier, and so that was the thing that affected me the most during COVID. That was sad. Oh, I'm so sorry, Georgie. They lived great, wonderful lives, and while I wasn't ready for them to go, they had me very late in life. I wasn't ready, but time and circumstance befalls us all, and you just have to pray. And then I always say this to people when they lose someone: at some point, your memory, when they come to your mind, it will bring a smile to your face instead of a from a president that said that. I can't remember which one, but that stuck with me, and it's true. Can't tell you when it's going to happen because it's a different time for everybody. It will happen. I used to see pictures and bawl, and now I see the picture and I remember the moment, or I remember my mother yelling at me about something. If you still have parents living and you have a fractured relationship, try to repair it, because when they're gone, the things that used to upset you don't seem so big anymore. Now, I'm not saying if you were abused or I'm not trying to suggest that. But, we all get mad at our parents. Don't hold on to it, because when they're gone, you can't fix it. Anyway, that's it for today. I appreciate all of you being here. I know today went off the rails, but sometimes that happens. Again, I don't want to put a false jacket on anybody. So anything that I said that might have been false, I apologize because I hate when people do that to me. But eventually, I'm not even, okay, I will. But eventually, everything will come out. And that's what we have to wait for. We have to wait for everything to come out in the wash. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for getting up with me and spending your time and even being here a whole hour later. Let me see. I was going to end this way, and it's funny because I actually think it's the perfect song to end with. I didn't, Beautiful Hazel Eyes, but I will go look as soon as I end. Please hug your loved ones because tomorrow isn't promised. I'm writing it down right now. Please make sure that you spend some time doing self-care because if you aren't able to help anybody around you. Thank you, Pauline. I appreciate you too. And I appreciate you being willing to be here. Oh, I'm sorry, Fluffy. And so we're going to end today's live with this. Echo, play This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan. Everybody have a wonderful day. If I don't see you in the streets, I'll see you Monday morning. Have a fantastic weekend.